Okay, Jennifer, can you hear me? She's showing the video right now. It might be a minute, okay?
Okay, no problem, Judge. Thanks.
You doing all right?
Yeah, doing good. How about you?
Good.
Good.
Just waiting for some warm weather here. It's been kind of different.
Well, we had some warm weather last week, and now
I
it's
know.
back down in the 60s or the 50s.
It's
So
supposed to be in the 50s and low 60s, I think, for a week and a half.
there
So
is there is no normal anymore. I was going to say it doesn't feel quite as warm as normal, but I don't know if there is a normal.
I know. I got it. All right, let's see. I'm gonna call down. Hey, can you bring in Stephen Hall for me? No problem. Thank you. All right, so the video's ending now, and then she's gonna bring him in.
Perfect. Thanks, Judge.
No problem. Hold this until that one day, but I got to look at that again a couple days before.
Judge, in our 9:30s, we'll be ready. They just finished watching the video as well.
No, Stephen Hall, Williamsburg versus Stephen Hall, 2501856. Mr. Hall, good morning again. Your name, sir?
Good morning. Stephen Hall.
Mr. Visconti?
Robert Visconti for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
So is there a resolution?
There is, Your Honor. We have a proposed consent agreement. Rent to retain in this case is $2,290. Court costs are $176.54 for a total of $2,466.54. Mr. Hall has agreed to pay the rent to retain the $2,290 by May the 30th.
I'm sorry, how much by May 30th?
$2,290 by May the 30th. And then he'll pay the court costs of $176.54 by June the 6th.
And this will be in the form of a consent judgment, correct?
In the form of a consent judgment, if he misses either of the payments, an order of eviction could issue.
Do you understand and agree to those terms, sir?
Yes, I understand.
So
And agree.
2,456.54, and Mr. Visconti tells me you're going to pay $2,290 by May the 30th and the balance by June the 6th. So long as you do that, you can stay in the property. If you miss either payment, this will be converted to a judgment and you will be evicted. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Since you're unrepresented by a lawyer, you have 3 business days to come in here and fill out a motion to set aside the judgment. You have 10 days to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
All right. I wish you well. And does Mr. Visconti have your permission to sign your name to that proposed consent judgment?
Yes, he does.
All right. So you can go ahead and submit that over. And those are the terms, 2,456.54. Writ date May 30. If $2,290 is paid by then, the balance has to be paid by June 6. If it is, the judgment will be deemed satisfied. If it isn't, then you will be evicted. I really wish you well, sir. Good luck to you. Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Visconti.
Thanks, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. FC Stratford, Mr. Moore, Mr. Clark, you have to take your hat off, please, sir. Do I have FC Stratford LLC? Anybody here for them?
Mr. Grand is logging in right now. It's connecting.
And that's versus Anastasia Ward, 2501565. Mr. Grand, start your video. State your name, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Joel Grand, P51261.
I don't see Anastasia Ward out there.
She is. She's just doesn't have her audio or video connected. There she is.
Okay, ma'am, just stop walking around, please. Stay right there.
Okay.
Stay right there. Tell me your name.
Anastasia Ward.
Did she ever apply for funding, Jennifer?
We don't have a form from her.
All right, so you didn't apply. So, Mr. Grand, you can go ahead and proceed.
I did apply, but once I just want to give you guys the form that said I did not got denied because I wasn't at my job for long enough.
You got denied?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Graham, tell me how much is owed if you're gonna ask for a judgment.
I am, Your Honor, $3,121.98.
Can you give me the breakdown? And you're not charging more than 70 per month in late fees, correct?
Let me confirm that. I'm gonna need to recompute that to to knock down the late fees to $70.
All right, give me the breakdown when you're ready.
Okay. Your Honor, could you pass this? Give me a few minutes to sort
Yep.
out because my ledger is not
Fine. Ms. Ward, stay right with us, okay? We'll be right with you. Golden Management versus Raphael Santana and all occupants, 2501787. Ms. Loney, your name?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff. My P number is P86816.
All right. Where is Mr. Santana? I thought I saw him.
He's in the building.
There
Judge,
you
he's
are,
right there.
Santana. How you doing? State your name, please.
Raphael Santana.
All right, sir. Did you listen to and understand the rights?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you wish to speak to a lawyer?
No, sir.
Do you intend to apply for funding?
No.
All right. Counsel, why don't you give me the total amount? If you can just break down, I don't give more than $70 in late fees. Mr. Marlor, you're going to have to take your hat off, please. Ms. Lowney, just give me a breakdown in terms of rent to retain, including late fees, not to exceed $70, and then you can lump together your filing service and statutory attorney fees.
Understood, Your Honor. Rent in the amount of $3,399.10. Late fees in the amount of $150, and there's a $50 late fee per month, so it does not exceed the $70. Court costs in the amount of $225.43. The total is $3,774.53.
Do you agree that you owe that amount, sir?
I don't believe my last payment went through yet, but I did make a $1,200 payment just Saturday.
I have credited that payment. It looks like it was an $1,100 payment.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. So do you agree then after that payment that you owe $3,774.53?
Yes, sir.
Can you pay that?
We'll need a little time because I just started back work, so probably 2 weeks.
Ms. Lowney?
That should be fine, Your Honor. So by the 2nd, everything should be fully paid. I will just note that June rent will become due then. So please just make sure you pay your June rent along with the arrearage as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they're going to give you, so the writ date will be June the 2nd then. And is this going to be by consent, counsel?
I'm fine with that, Your Honor.
So, sir, do you agree that you owe that amount of $3774.53, and do you agree to pay that by June the 2nd with the understanding if you don't pay, you will be evicted if you haven't vacated?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand further that this will not take care of the June rent?
Yes, sir.
Since you're unrepresented by a lawyer, you have 3 business days to come in here and fill out a motion to set aside this judgment. You also have 10 days to appeal this. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Does she have your permission to sign your name to this proposed consent judgment, subject to those terms?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay, so you're all set. Counsel, you can submit your judgment. The writ date will be June 2nd. You can also add in there on the other orders, this does not include June rent.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. Thank you. Good luck to you, Mr. Santana. Just make sure you pay that by that date, okay?
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, thanks. Golden Management versus Beverly Smith, 2501788.
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you see me?
No, you have to start your video bottom left-hand corner. While you're doing that, I'm going back to FC Stratford LLC. versus Anastasia Ward, 2501565. Ms. Ward, your name again?
Anastasia Ward.
Mr. Grant? Mr. Grant? Your appearance.
Again, for the record, Joel Grant, P51261, on behalf of plaintiff FC Stratford LLC.
Give me your breakdown with and without late fees.
So our breakdown is rent retained possession, $2,830, utilities of $120, convenience fee of $39.98, and a damage waiver of $39.98. I'm sorry, the convenience fee is $10. And there was an $8.01 credit going into April, which leads to rent retained possession of $3,131.97, plus cost of $189.79, including the $75 statutory attorney fee, for a total of $3,321.76.
All right, ma'am, do you agree that you owe that amount, Ms. Ward?
Yes.
All right, so you understand you have to vacate or pay that amount by what, May 29th?
May 29th, Your Honor.
You understand that?
Could I get into June the 7th? Because I can pay 1,500. Well, I probably can pay 1,800 on Friday, and then I can do the rest. I get paid again on the 5th, June 5th.
Mr. Grant?
June 5th? Sure.
All right, so you have to pay, how much did you say you can pay by May 29th?
1,500.
If you pay 1,500 by May 29th, writ date extended until June the 5th. Is that what you said?
Yes.
All right, so if you miss either one of those
If I can
payments,
pay
wait,
by I can.
hang on. You fully understand if you miss any one of those payments, you have to vacate because you're going to be evicted.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
No, Your
Ma'am?
Honor.
Ma'am?
No.
All right, I wish you well. He'll submit that, and he has your permission to sign your name to this proposed consent judgment, correct?
Yes.
All right, good luck. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Grand. Golden Management versus Beverly Smith,
Yes.
2501788. Ms. Smith, your name.
Beverly Smith.
Ms. Lowney, your name.
Karen Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff.
Did you listen to and understand the rights, Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Do you wish to speak to a lawyer?
No.
Do you intend to apply for funding?
No.
Ms. Lowney, why don't you give me the total amount that's due?
Of course, Your Honor. Rent in the amount of $6,032.67. Late fees in the amount of $150. This does not exceed $50 per month, and court costs the amount of $225.43. So the total due and owing is $6,408.10.
And you're asking for a writ date of the 29th.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ma'am, can you pay all that by the 29th?
No. And I submitted an $800 money order last month.
Has that been taken into account, Ms. Lowney?
The last payment I have is from March 3rd of $500. I do
No.
not have the $800 credited.
Okay. I spoke with Tracy and she said you all probably didn't take the $800 off. I did submit an $800 money order last month.
Your Honor, if we could put in the further terms, my client could review their records. If the $800 payment has been paid, obviously that's going to be credited to the amount. But I have to confirm with them. They have to
Can
look.
you get them to come zoom in right now?
Let me see if they're available.
I'd rather take care of it now if we can.
I understand, Your Honor. Would you like to pass on this moment and then I can contact them? And
Yes, ma'am, just wait 1 second. I'm gonna take a 5-minute recess. We'll let Ms. Lowney get a hold of her client, and I will be back out here in about 5 minutes. Thank you. Stay seated, everybody.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Golden Management versus Leticia Smith. 2501789. Is Leticia Smith here?
She is, Your Honor. I'm trying to get her to unmute right now.
Okay. Can you hear me?
You have to start your video, ma'am.
Oh my goodness.
Your name?
Leticia Smith.
Did you listen to and understand the rights?
Yes.
Do you wish to speak to an attorney?
No.
Do you intend to apply for funding?
No.
Counsel, your appearance?
Sarah Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff, Your Honor. I do have my client here, Raymond Debates. He's on Zoom.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Sarah Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff, and I do have my client here as well, Mr. Raymond Debates.
Perfect. Sir, your name? I'm going to ask you to stop walking around, though. I need you to have a seat and talk to me. Tell me your name. He's muted.
Oh, I think you're muted.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Can you just give me the balance, counsel, that's owed?
Of course, Your Honor. It is $5,663.91.
All right. Do you agree that you owe that amount, ma'am?
Yes.
All
That
right.
is just for rent, Your Honor. There are late fees of $150, court costs of $225.43. So the total is $6,039.34.
$6,039 and how much?
34 cents.
All right. So you're asking for a writ date of the 29th, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ma'am, I don't have much choice here. Can you be out by the 29th?
Can I be out by the 29th?
Correct, or pay up by the 29th.
No, I cannot. Can I make a payment on the 29th of like 24 and then next month around the 18th, the remaining?
That's asking for a lot. If you
I'm
can
okay
pay
with that.
$3,000 by the 29th and the balance by like June the 6th, I can live with that.
If I can pay how much by the 29th?
3,000 by the 29th.
3,000 by the 29th? Okay, I think I can do that.
All right, so I'm gonna grant them a judgment. This is gonna be after hearing. Defendant to pay, and the total amount to be paid is $6,039.34. Defendant must pay $3,000 by May 29th, and if she does, the writ date is extended until June the 6th. So you'd have to pay $3,000 by May the 29th. If you do, you can stay and have to pay the rest, which would be another $3,039.34 by June the 6th. If you don't make either one of those payments, you're going to be evicted. Do you understand that?
Yes, by June the 6th, can you make it, can I have an extension on that?
You're
Is that
asking
all?
for a lot. You're not paying this. $3,000 by May 29th,
Mhm.
$1,000 more by June the 6th.
Okay, 1,000 more by June
By June the
6th.
6th and the
Okay.
balance by June the 13th. I'll do that.
Your Honor, if the timeline is extended to the 13th for the final payment, can she also just make sure that May or June rent is paid at that time?
Well, that's what I'm concerned about too. So you can just put in there June payment still remains due. So you'd have to pay $3,000 by May 29th,
Okay,
$1,000 by June 6th, balance by June 13th, which would be another $2,039.34, presuming you make the first two payments, okay?
okay.
All right, I wish you well. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank
That'll
you.
be after hearing counsel. Beverly Smith, 2501-788. This is Golden Management versus Beverly Smith. Ms. Smith, your name? Ms. Smith, your name?
Something is wrong with my phone.
Ma'am, you have to stop and tell me your name, please. Why are you walking around? Can you just
cannot
say,
hear.
place? I was getting a good connection. Ms. Smith, tell me your name.
When did you bring it to there?
Last month.
On 429, but it went to the old company.
Who's talking?
But what they gonna do with
Who's
our
talking?
Right.
Stop.
I think Miss Smith is in the office, Your Honor.
Well, I need her to not be in the office.
I can't hear this.
Ms. Smith, stop. Ms. Smith,
The receipt from me.
all right, Golden Management versus Leonard Clark, 2501790.
Sarah Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff.
Leonard Clark here. Mr. Clark, your name? You have to unmute. Unmute, bottom left-hand corner of your screen, sir, and tell me your name. You got to unmute and tell me your name.
Leonard Clark.
All right, did you listen to and understand the rights, sir?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
Do you wish to speak to a lawyer?
Yes.
All right, I'll adjourn this 1 week, May 29th at what time, Jerry?
May 29th is going to be 2 o'clock.
At 2 p.m. Do you intend to apply for funding, Mr. Clark?
Yes.
You have to provide proof within 5 days that you're applying for funding, that you've made application for funding. So you have to provide us with proof within 5 days of today that you've made application for funding. Do you understand that? You have to bring it to the court. I'm adjourning it to May 29th at 2, and we'll go from there, okay?
Okay.
All right, May 29th at 2, good luck. Thank you very much. Ms. Smith, Beverly Smith, Golden
Mr. Clark,
Management.
don't leave, though.
What's that?
He wanted Lakeshore. Did he say?
Yeah, wait right here, Mr. Clark. We're gonna set you up with Lakeshore. Golden Management versus Beverly Smith, 2501788. Ms. Smith, your name again. Where'd she go now? Ms. Smith, you gotta start your video, ma'am. Ms. Smith, you have to start your video. I don't know why you started walking around yet. I cannot hear a single word that you're saying. Yeah, I know. Tell her she's got to show up. What, Ms. Smith, I had a good connection. Why are you walking around? Now, we try to be nice to people, let them appear by Zoom, and then it turns into this nightmare that I go through every Monday. Just stop.
I apologize.
Stop. Wherever you were going, stop right now. Now, tell me your name and stay right there, please. Tell me your name.
Beverly Smith.
All right. Ms. Lowney, your appearance.
Sarah Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff.
Where's Mr. Debates at?
Mr. Debates is present, Your Honor.
Right here, Your Honor.
Did the defendant give you $800 in the last month?
We have not received any payments from the defendant.
Since when?
Any payment that she's talking about would have went to the prior owner, Your Honor.
I have the receipt.
And I have no problem taking that off her ledger, but she has not provided us any receipt.
I went to the office, Your Honor. That's where I was at. I went to the
When?
office
What's the,
just now.
what's the certified cashier's number?
I have two money orders, one for $500 and it's 19-65454288. I just went and got the money orders from Tracy. That's why I got disconnected from you. I apologize.
Slow down. So you got one $500 money order that's, has the number 19-654544288, correct?
No. 19-6545423888. That one is
388. Okay.
yes.
What's the
And
other
then
one?
it's 19-6545413882. I just left the here's the copy of it. I just left the office to go get it from Tracy.
Where's Tracy?
What is
She's
the
back
date on those money orders?
They are dated for April where's the date at? April. Just give me a minute. April. Oh, March.
You bought them.
Sir, I did buy them. March the 31st, 25. And one is for April the 25th, 25.
Correct.
Why
Those are old money orders. We never received those. Those went to
These are not, yeah, these are not the right,
owner. We know this.
these not the right money orders that
Then where are
they're not-
your copies of the money orders you
Yeah.
purchased that you're
Wait
claiming?
a
you
minute,
paid for?
guys.
Sir, I apologize. I apologize for getting the date wrong.
Wait.
I apologize.
Wait. I cannot pick up. My secretary has to pick up everything that's being said. The two of you were talking over one another. There's no way she could take that down. Now you gave me two money orders.
I did, and they were for. I thought I gave her money orders for the 25th for April. I guess I was wrong. I apologize for that.
All right. So you agree that the initial amount that Ms. Bowney, just listen, said that you owe 640810 is true?
Yes,
right.
I apologize. I surely thought I had.
That's
I
okay.
made payments.
That's okay. So we have that amount, and you're asking for a writ date of what date, Ms. Lowney?
It would be May 29th, Your Honor.
So ma'am, you have to either pay up or vacate by the 29th. It's 640810, okay?
I'm not gonna, can I please do 3,000 on the 29th?
If defendant pays $3,000 by May 29th,
I thought I had.
writ date extended until June the 6th.
Ma'am,
just let me finish, please. Defendant will have to pay at least $1,800 more by June the 6th. And the total balance by June 13th, and you're going to indicate in there, this does not include June rent, Ms. Lowney.
Okay.
So if you stay and do that, ma'am, if you can pay that, 3,000 by May the 29th, I'll extend your writ date until June the 6th. And then you have to pay 1,800 by June the 6th. And if you do that, I'll give you until June the 13th to pay the balance, which at that point would be 160810 if you made the first two payments. That's the best I can do, okay?
Okay, thank you all so much. And again, I apologize.
You're
I
fine.
am right.
You're fine. You're fine.
Apologize.
Good luck.
Mr. Debates, are you fine with that?
I'm okay, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you all. I really appreciate it.
Golden Management versus Corey Lawrence, 2501832. Is Corey Lawrence here?
Yes.
Where are you at? Your name?
Corey Lawrence.
Did you listen to and understand the rights?
Yes.
And do you wish to speak to a lawyer?
No.
You intend to apply for funding?
I do.
You are?
Yes.
Need to submit proof of that within 5 days that you made that application. This will give you a 2-week adjournment to June the 9th, right, Lisa, or June, what is it?
Second, Your Honor.
Jennifer? Do you know where Jennifer is then? What's the other dates I've been given here? Was it June 2nd?
Yes.
June 2nd, was that in the afternoon?
That was the morning. The 29th was the afternoon.
June 2nd, did I give a time yet, Ms. Loney?
No, you did not, Your Honor.
We'll make it at 8:30. How's that? June 2nd at 8:30.
Okay.
So you show back up here, June 2nd at 8:30. And you have to submit proof that you've made application for funding within 5 business days. So 5 days, within 5 days, you have to come in here with proof of that, okay?
Okay, and that's the courthouse in Woodhaven?
Correct, on Van Horn.
Okay, thank you.
Golden Management versus Jonathan Connors II, 2501833. Mr. Connors, you have to take your hat off. Please state your name.
Morning, Your Honor. My name is Jonathan Connors II.
Good morning to you. Did you listen to and understand the rights?
Yes, I did.
Do you wish to speak to an attorney?
Don't want to pay for my own attorney, no.
I didn't ask you that. Do you want to talk to one of the lawyers from Lakeshore?
Yes.
All right. Do you intend to apply for funding?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna adjourn this to June the 2nd. Was that in the afternoon again? At 8:30. You have to provide us with proof, sir, that you've applied for funding within 5 business days. You have to bring that in here. I'm giving your date as June 2nd at 8:30. You're gonna wait right now. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna set you up where you can talk to Lakeshore today, okay?
Yes.
All right, so just wait right there and you submit your proof that you've applied for funding within 5 business days, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good luck. Stay right there, though. Golden Management versus Eric Marlor. Can you tell her I wanted to set him up with Lakeshore, Mr.
She's got 1 minute left on the video, Your Honor.
Golden Management versus Eric Marlor, 2501834. Mr. Marlor, good morning. Your name?
Eric Marlor. How you doing today, Your Honor?
Not too bad. Did you listen to and understand the rights?
Yes, I did.
Do you wish to speak to a lawyer?
No, I do not.
Do you intend to apply for funding?
I shouldn't have to, no.
Counsel, your appearance?
Sarah Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff. My client is here as well, Mr. Raymond Demates.
How much is owed? Just give me the total.
Total is $3,070.43.
Can you pay that, sir?
I can make payments. I just went back to work. I was on a medical for 2 years. I had a pacemaker put in. I had heart problems, and I just went back to work after Easter. So I started making payments to Tracy. I've already paid $1,200, I think $1,250 since I've been back to work in the month and a couple weeks.
Correct.
If there's any way I could possibly just make payments, and I could get caught up in a couple months.
Ms. Marlor, what's your position? Ms. Loney, I mean, what's your position?
Your Honor, we would just be seeking a short term, really it would be the 29th is the latest we would give. That's correct, Mr. Debates? Or would you be willing to give into June?
We can give him to June.
Okay.
Defendant to pay, let's do this. Defendant to pay $2,000 by May 29th. And then the balance, if you've paid that by June what day's June 10th? June 9th.
June 9th is a Monday, Your Honor.
And the balance by June 9th. So you'd have to pay $2,000 by May 29th. If you do that, you have to pay the balance by June 9th. And then it would still say you have to pay the June rent on the judgment.
So I gotta make a $2,000 payment in what, 2 weeks?
No, 10 days.
Oh.
What do you guys want me to do? Mr. Debates, Ms. Lowney, you tell me what you want me to do.
I thought I was.
Hang on. Tell me what you want me to do.
Mr.
Your
Marlor?
Honor,
Go ahead, Mr. Debate.
I'm okay with accepting $1,500 in 10 days and then another $1,500 plus June's rent by, say,
Well, I want to keep out June's rent.
okay, then $1,500 by the 29th and then another $1,500 by the 16th.
June 16th?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to pay 1,500 by May 29th, and then the balance, which would be 1,570.43 by June the 16th. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand that, but that's not what, when I talked to Tracy.
Look, I don't care what you guys do. I'm gonna have to put you in a breakout room, and I don't care what you do. I'll be glad to endorse whatever the three of you agree on. It does not matter to me, so I'll put you in a breakout room momentarily. I'm gonna go on to another case, and you guys can go into a breakout room, and we'll talk about it, okay? I have 2 signing on records to do here, or at least 1, which I'm gonna do right after this file, then you can go into the breakout room. Golden
Your Honor.
Management versus Kendra Williamson, 2501893. Ms. Williamson, your name?
Happened.
Kendra Williamson, sir?
Kendra Williamson, your name?
Kendra Williamson?
Did you listen to and understand the rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you wish to speak to a lawyer?
No, sir.
Do you intend to apply for funding?
No, sir.
Ms. Lowney, your name?
Sarah Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff, my client,
What's the total amount due?
3215.43.
Can you tell me, can you guys pay that?
I'm waiting on a direct deposit from my 401k for 2319. That should be here within a day or two. And I'm gonna pay that, and then the remainder can be paid with my next check on June 11th.
I'm gonna let you go into a breakout room and speak to Ms. Lowney. I'm gonna go on to another one here, okay? You go into a breakout room, everybody can go into a breakout room, and we'll go from there. I'll go on to the felony, and then I'll come back.
Your Honor, if I may, I was in a breakout room showing the video. Was Mr. Connors to meet with Lakeshore?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Stephen Tyler Schmidling, 258-710-802. Detective, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Crystal Tulas, Brownstown Police Department.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
I do.
Go ahead.
On April 3rd of 2025 at approximately 7:08 p.m., Lieutenant Topchin was on routine patrol in a full Class B uniform operating a marked Brownstown Police Department Chevrolet Tahoe Patrol Vehicle 1816, which was equipped with an audible siren, emergency flashing lights, and decals reading police on both sides in the rear of the vehicle. Lieutenant Topchin was traveling southbound Dix-Toledo south of Pennsylvania Road, traveling approximately 56 miles per hour when he observed a white male later identified as Stephen Tyler Schmidling pass him in a black Mini Cooper, Michigan plate EUK 9931, traveling at approximately 70 miles per hour in a posted 50 mile per hour zone. After passing the patrol vehicle, Lieutenant Topchin observed that the suspect vehicle slowed down. Lieutenant Topchin pulled his patrol vehicle behind the suspect vehicle and observed that the vehicle began to apply heavy brakes, almost stopping in the roadway. Lieutenant Topchin then observed the suspect vehicle cross over the center line and 2 northbound lanes of Dix-Toledo Highway and pull into a regulated flare lane for right turns on northbound Dix-Toledo to Watson Engineering located at 18703 Dix-Toledo. Lieutenant Topchin pulled behind the suspect vehicle with emergency lights active to perform a traffic stop, but the suspect vehicle failed to stop. Continued traveling in the flare lane at approximately 5 miles per hour, and then re-entered the roadway for southbound Dix-Toledo Highway and accelerated away from Lieutenant Topchin's patrol vehicle. Lieutenant Topchin activated his emergency siren and followed the suspect vehicle, which was still not stopping, and notified dispatch of the pursuit. The suspect vehicle continued southbound on Dix-Toledo Highway, traveling 60 miles per hour in a posted 50 mile per hour zone. turned right onto westbound Sibley Road, and then turned right again onto the entrance ramp for northbound I-75. Lieutenant Topchin continued behind the suspect vehicle with lights and sirens activated, and the suspect vehicle continued to fail to stop. After merging onto northbound I-75, Lieutenant Topchin remained behind the suspect vehicle, which was traveling approximately 80 miles per hour in a posted 70 mile per hour zone. Lieutenant Topchin witnessed the suspect vehicle make several erratic lane changes as it went from left lane to the right shoulder to avoid slower traffic. And then Lieutenant Topchin observed that the suspect vehicle was traveling at approximately 80 miles per hour on the right shoulder of the roadway to evade stopping and get around slower traffic. As the pursuit reached Pennsylvania Road, Lieutenant Topchin terminated the pursuit due to heavy traffic volume and a concern for the safety of others. After the pursuit, Lieutenant Topchin identified the registered owner of the suspect vehicle as Melinda Johnston. Lieutenant Topchin spoke to Melinda Johnston, who stated that she believed that her son, Mr. Schmidling, was driving her vehicle at the time of the pursuit and provided a contact phone number for Mr. Schmidling. Lieutenant Topchin attempted to contact Mr. Schmidling to arrange a time for him to come into the Brownstown Police Department to be interviewed regarding this incident. On April 11th of 2025 at approximately 10:25 p.m., Mr. Schmidling came into the Brownstown Police Department lobby with his mother, Melinda Johnston, to speak to Lieutenant Topchin regarding the incident. At that time, Mr. Schmidling waived his Miranda rights and agreed to speak and provide a written statement. In his statement, Mr. Schmidling admitted that he had been southbound on Dix-Toledo Highway on April 3rd of 2025 when he saw a police car and got scared and fled from Lieutenant Topchin because he thought he had a warrant for his arrest. Mr. Schmidling admitted to failing to stop and getting on northbound 75 and fleeing to the city of Detroit, where he finally stopped and waited for his mother, Melinda Johnston, to pick him up. A criminal history check for Mr. Schmidling showed 6 prior felony convictions, including the first, August 10th of 2009, felony for breaking and entering a building with intent out of the 3rd Circuit Court in Wayne County. November 19th of 2010, police officer assaulting a resisting obstruction out of the 38th Circuit Court in Monroe. And May 6th of 2011, for motor vehicle unlawfully driving away out of the 38th Circuit Court in Monroe County. A check of Mr. Schmidling's priors on his Secretary of State record for convictions for driving while license suspended showed that he had 6 priors, including a conviction on January 29th of 2025 for driving while license suspended, revoked, or denied out of the 33rd District Court.
Based on your sworn testimony, I found a crime of plea and elude fourth was committed, drive while suspended was committed. There's sufficient evidence to establish that he has the prior convictions giving rise to the 4th offense notice. You sent this over the 15th, and I believe we tried to call you back and you were out of your office, so you dated it that day. I'm crossing that out. Since we're doing the signing on record today, I initialed it and dated it May 19th next to your signature. I'll note that you signed the complaint, again, May the 19th. I'm changing that date to, and I signed the complaint and the warrant. You are all set. Have a good day. Thank you very much.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Baldwin House versus Deborah Davis, 2501566. Deborah Davis here. Mr. Butchart.
Sorry, Judge, I hadn't brought in Mr. Bouchard yet. Did you handle the, there was one that had no attorney listed on the front of the file?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, no, I did not handle that yet. This is Sonia Regis versus Laval Fiser, 2501822. Mr. Fiser, your name?
Laval Fiser.
Miss Regis, your name?
Sonia Regis.
Okay, did you listen to and understand the rights, Mr. Fiser?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Why don't you have to leave? This is for non-payment of rent. Okay, I see. It's for non-payment. Did you, do you wish to speak to a lawyer, sir?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Do you intend to apply for funding?
Yes, sir.
So, Ms. Regis, here's what I have to do. We're going to set you up with a lawyer from Lakeshore that you can speak to with Mr. Fiser. You can apply for funding. I'm adjourning this 2 weeks. I'm adjourning this 2 weeks until June the 9th, is it, Jen?
Second, Your Honor.
Second, geez, at early, right? 8:30
10
and 10?
10.
I gave a couple others when you weren't here, 8:30 for whatever it's worth. You
Okay.
have to submit an application for funding within 5 business days. Or you're gonna wait, you're gonna speak to the lawyer, and you have to submit an application for funding to the court indicating that you've submitted the application to the funding agency no later than 5 days from today, okay?
Yes, sir.
And then I'm adjourning this until that date. You'll wait there, you'll speak with the lawyer, and we'll see you back here on June the 9th. June the 2nd at 10 a.m., okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Regis, any questions, ma'am?
Yeah, so I was looking to move him out of the property completely. I'm new to this. I've never been a landlord.
Yeah, that's why you should probably have a lawyer doing it, but you sue him for non-payment. If he pays up, he can stay. If he pays up, he can stay. How much is owed right now?
He's behind 2 months rent, which is supposed to be 2,000 each. I'm sorry. So we agreed to a short term.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Mhm.
You need to consult with a lawyer probably. I'm adjourning this out until that date. You need to understand that you need to have the exact amount that's owed when we come back. I don't give more than $70 in late fees. You're entitled to the past due rent and you're entitled to your court costs, okay? But I don't really quite need to hear it right now, but you need to make sure you take care of that, and we'll see you back here in a couple of weeks. Any questions?
Okay, well, I was, yes, my only question is.
Hang on. He's disappeared now.
He went into the breakout room. I'll bring him back.
I can't do anything since he's not back here, ma'am. You're gonna have to come back June the 2nd at 10, okay? But you can't just throw somebody out if you have a contract going and you haven't done anything to terminate the tenancy. So I don't know what to tell you. That's all I can say at this time. All right?
I understand. He originally.
I can't talk to you about it when I'm not back here is the problem.
Okay.
I can't talk to you about it. If you want to try to wait, we'll try to get him out of here or get him back in here. But so far, it's been unsuccessful. Okay? Jennifer, are you trying to get him back in here?
I am. I'm trying.
Let's go into Baldwin House versus Deborah Davis, 2501566. Good morning. Your appearance?
We have plaintiff. Brian Butcher, P6625 for the plaintiff.
Do I have Deborah Davis in here?
Yes, she's in. Yes. He should be back in just a second, Judge.
Having a good time with Zoom this morning, huh, Judge?
Well, I mean, it hasn't been bad, but it's just, just not easy to deal with. Ma'am, your name? Ma'am, your name? Ms. Davis, your name. This is what I mean. Recalling Sonia Regis versus Laval, Fiser, 2501822. Mr. Fiser, your name again?
Laval Fiser.
What do you have you wanted to ask a question, Ms. Regis? I can't give you really legal advice, but go ahead.
Well, I guess what I was gonna say was me and him had agreed to originally only 6 months temporary. rental. As he was inquiring, I didn't know what to do with this house after my mom passed away. He was a friend of my mom's. So I let him move in as a temporary rental. And we had made an agreement that he would be paying $1,500 a month. And then after 6 months, if we were to extend, we would move that up to 2,000, which is why I kind of stumbled there on how much he actually owed, because he hasn't
Okay, so
paid
listen,
any
listen,
of April or
listen,
May, now that we're in
listen,
May.
listen. So far, you only sued him for non-payment of rent. You didn't try to terminate the tenancy. You need to speak to a lawyer if you want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, you can't just, if in fact what you told me is just true, the lease would have expired if what you told me is true. And then you could have sent out a 30-day notice, but I don't have enough facts right before me and I can't really give you advice, but you did not sue for anything other than non-payment of rent.
Gotcha. I'm new to this. I don't know what I'm doing.
I know, that's why you probably should have hired a lawyer. I'm not trying, you know, it doesn't matter to me, but so Mr. Fiser, you come back June 2nd at 10. Ms. Regis, you come back June 2nd at 10. And we will see everybody back here then, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Do I have Baldwin House versus Davis? Deborah Davis needs to show up and she needs to start her video and state her name. Your name?
I'm sorry, my name is Ladonna Baker.
No. Deborah Davis, I need your name. Ms. Davis? Ms. Davis, can you hear me? I mean, it's just painful.
Mr. Bouchard, were you able to communicate with her in the breakout room?
Yeah, oddly enough, we had no issues whatsoever.
Marsh Creek versus Charmaine Williams, 2501574. Charmaine Williams, state your name. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have to put on here, if you can't get on Zoom, I'm gonna default you.
Charmaine Williams.
All right, I already covered this last time for you. Did she submit an application for funding, Jennifer?
Judge, I'm double checking just to make sure.
You didn't submit that, Ms. Williams?
I did. Yes, I did.
Okay. we'll
Yes, she
check.
did on the 9th.
All right, have you heard anything from them, ma'am?
No, I do have a phone interview for Thursday, but I didn't hear anything other than that.
Mr. Butchart, your appearance?
Brian Butchart, P66250 on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
So she's entitled to a couple more weeks. I'm gonna indicate defendant submitted application for funding adjourned to June the 2nd, right?
Yes, Your Honor, at 9.
At 9 a.m., okay, ma'am? So you have to have everything in order because then I've got to give them a judgment if you don't have the money and whether you're waiting on it or not, okay?
Okay.
So
Judge, if I may address.
Pardon?
I just wanted to request a permission to address Ms. Williams very briefly.
Sure.
Ms. Williams, we had discussed a payment arrangement. I guess I didn't realize you still had the application outstanding. Obviously, if you can make the payments that you committed to in the meantime before we come back, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And then we'll likely entertain the same payment arrangement when we come back next time, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Ms. Davis, can you hear me, ma'am?
Okay.
Ms. Davis, can you hear me, ma'am? Let's go on to Golden Management. Which ones did I send you to the breakout room for, Ms. Lowney?
That was Mr. Marlor and then Miss Kendra Williamson.
All
Your
right.
Honor, my apologies for the interruption. I do have her in 22nd District Court, so while we're waiting for Ms. Davis, I'm going to bounce over and check in on that matter.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Golden Management versus Eric Marlor, 2501834. Mr. Marlor, your name?
I don't know if he's still in the breakout room.
He is not.
Alright.
Why is this happening? I mean, I just hate this Zoom. I'm trying to be a pal here to everybody, you know, and let them come in by Zoom, all this, but this is crazy.
I did work
Alright.
out terms with him.
Let me go on to the next one.
Okay.
Golden Management versus Kendra Williamson, 2501893. Ms. Lowney, your name?
Sarah Lowney on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Williamson,
Yes, sir.
name.
Kendra Williamson?
Any resolution here, Ms. Lowney?
Yes, Your Honor, we did work out a conditional dismissal and I can put the terms on the record.
Please.
Rent in the amount of $2,840, late fees in the amount of $150, court costs in the amount of $225.43 for a total of $32,1543.
All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Ms. Williamson is going to pay $23.19 by May 29th. And then thereafter, she was going to pay the balance plus June rent by June 11th. So that total would be $16,0543.
I'll do it on this one. I prefer to not. When June hasn't hit yet, I get it's a consent judgment. It just makes it complicated. You got now figures that she's paying that are in excess of the judgment amount, right?
Yes, Your Honor, we're not working at the.
I'm going to do it on this one. I'm
Okay.
just going to ask you not to include June rent in the future.
Okay.
Ms. Williamson, this says that you owe, and I'm going to give them a judgment unless you tell me that you don't agree that you owe this amount, $32,1543. Do you agree that you owe that amount?
Yes, sir.
You understand you have to pay $23.19 by May the 29th, and then you have to pay the remaining balance plus whatever your June rent is by June the 11th. After you pay $23.19 on this one, you would still owe, it looks like,
$896.43. I have, Your Honor.
$896.43 plus the June rent by June the 11th. You agree to that?
Yes, sir.
And this is going to be a conditional dismissal. Since you're unrepresented by a lawyer, you have 3 business days to come in here and fill out a motion to set aside the judgment you have, or the dismissal order. You have 10 days to appeal. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions for me?
No, sir.
Do I have your permission to sign the conditional dismissal, Ms. Williamson?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So she's going to sign your name to that. You understand your rights. Stick with those payments and you'll be able to stay. If not, you have to move out. If you don't, you'll be evicted. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Where's Mr. Marlor at, Jennifer? Do I have Eric Marlor there or not? I'm gonna keep that one out. I've got Baldwin House with Deborah Davis. And then I'm gonna go on to Preston Point. Preston Point versus Harley Stevens, 2501705. Ms. Stevens, your name?
Harley Stevens.
Mr. DeRosa.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mike DeRosak on behalf of the plaintiff, Preston Point.
All right, so we adjourned this a week, actually from May 15th. I don't remember why. Can somebody enlighten me?
Yeah, Your Honor, at the last hearing, Ms. Stevens indicated she wanted to speak with an attorney. Turns out what she wanted to do was speak with me about trying to just get to an understanding. I did have a chance to speak with her in a breakout room this morning. We have reached a consent judgment, which I can.
Okay, go ahead.
There is presently rent to retain possession in the amount of $4,500. Late fees in the amount of $150, which is 3 months at $50 a pop.
Remember, I give 70 a month now, just in case you're, go ahead.
Correct. Yep, the lease specifies 50 for Preston. We have court costs of $249. So the total we have is $4,899, which we have agreed will be paid on or before May 29, 2025, or Ms. Stevens will surrender possession of the premises before that.
Do you understand and agree to those terms?
Yes, sir.
So you agree that you owe that sum of $48.99 and you have to pay that by May the 29th? And if you do, you can stay. If you don't, you have to vacate. If you neither pay nor vacate, He's gonna submit an application for a writ and you're going to be evicted. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. And my plan is to vacate.
You don't need to explain that. You have 3 business days to come in here and fill out a motion to set aside the judgment, and you have 10 days to appeal this. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Any questions, ma'am?
No.
I wish you well. Good luck. Thank you. You're
Your
all
Honor,
set.
Ms. Stevens did give me permission to sign her name to the judgment, so I will do that then this morning and we'll get it submitted to the court.
And that's true, right, Ms. Stevens?
Yes, sir.
You're all set. Have a great day. Preston Point versus Ladonna Baker, 2501813. Good morning, Miss Baker. Your name? You have to unmute.
Good morning. My name is Ladonna Baker.
Did you listen to and understand the rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you wish to speak to a lawyer?
No, sir.
You intend to apply for funding?
No.
Mr. DeRozak, your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Mike DeRosak on behalf of the plaintiff Preston Point.
Did you have any discussions with Ms. Baker?
I have not had a chance to speak with Ms. Baker, Your Honor.
How much is the total amount due? Can you tell me?
Yeah, the total amount, including late fees and court costs, is $2,747. It represents April and May rent that is owing.
Ma'am, can you pay that?
Yes, I can. You said 27. I have I think 1150 today, and I can get the rest by May 30th.
May 30th is fine with us, Your Honor.
So we're just going to put it all down as a consent judgment, or I'm sorry, you didn't talk to her.
I have not had a chance to talk to her. I can break down the specifics as well, Judge, into the late.
Yeah, why don't you do that, and then he's going to extend the writ date by a day for you, ma'am, so you can pay by the 30th, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Drozak.
Your Honor, at this time, there's rent retained possession owing in the amount of $2,398. Late fees in the amount of $100, representing 2 months at $50 each. Court costs in the amount of $249 for a total due owing of $2,747. Landlord will agree to allow that amount to be paid on or before May 30, 2025.
All right, do you understand and agree to that, ma'am?
Before May 30th or by May 30th?
By May 30th.
Yeah, I understand.
And you can pay that?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to do this by way of a judgment after hearing. And you can go ahead and just make sure you make that payment by the 30th. If you don't, you have to vacate. If you don't vacate and don't make the payment, you're going to be evicted. You understand that?
Yes, I understand.
I sincerely wish you well. Do you have any questions for me, Ms. Baker?
No, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Drozak, do you have any more?
That's all I have, Judge. Thank you very much. Have a great week.
You too. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Have a great one. Do we have Eric Marlor back in here yet?
Your Honor, I've not had him sign back in, and he is nowhere in any of my breakout rooms.
Did you guys resolve this in somehow, Ms. Lowney?
Yes, Your Honor, we had some terms, and I was going to work out a conditional dismissal with him.
Well, here's what I'm doing. We're adjourning this 1 week. Defendant left. He has to appear in order, in person, Jennifer, next time. Do you understand?
Yes, I'll put it on the notice.
I mean, he should have called back in, it seems. We had to find, he was sitting out there for the longest time and we had to find connection. So he's going to have to appear in person. We're going to set it for May the, what time?
29th at 1:30
May
p.m.
29th at 1:30. Sorry about this, Ms. Lowney.
No, thank you so much for your help on these, Your Honor. I know we had a lot this morning, so I'll be back.
Problem. Do you have any more? Or are you done?
I'm done now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you helping me out with these ones.
Have a good day. Thanks.
Thank you.
Mr. Butcher, you have Baldwin House versus Davis. Is Deborah Davis here? Is she able to? Ms. Davis, you have to state your name.
Hi.
Please start your video for me. We're having a heck of a time with yours. The lawyer's been waiting.
My video.
There
Okay.
you go. State your name. There you go.
Deborah Davis.
Mr. Butchart, she was in here on the 5th and we adjourned it. She said she was going to provide application for funding, or she said she was going to apply for funding. Did she apply for funding, Jen?
Yes.
Judge, I'm double checking to make sure she got that form in. We did get it on the 14th.
Judge,
All
I'm
right,
told
that's a
she-
little late. You're supposed to do it within 5 days, okay? What do you want to do?
Yes.
She's entitled to 2 more weeks. Have you heard anything else? Ms. Davis?
Yes. Yes, I talked to Mr. Richard
No, I
this
want to know
morning.
if you've talked to the people about the funding.
I was denied.
Okay. Mr. Butchart, what do you want to do on this?
Judge, we spoke in a breakout room. I do believe we have proposed terms for a conditional dismissal.
Okay, go ahead.
There's $3,710 in rent to retain, $150 in accumulated late fees, $178.54 in court costs, which brings the total amount to $4,038.54. Ms. Davis has indicated she's going to pay $1,500 by the 29th of each month, starting May 29th, and $1,000 by the 16th of each month, starting June 16th, until her balance is current.
So this is gonna be a conditional dismissal. She has to pay $1,500 by May the 29th toward the balance of $4,038.54. And then $1,000 by the 16th of each month?
Correct. So $1,500 by the 29th of each month, and $1,000 by the 16th of each month, until she's all caught up, essentially.
Do you agree to those terms, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, you fully understand the terms?
Yes.
Yep. All right, so since you're unrepresented by a lawyer, you have 3 business days to come in here and fill out a motion to set aside the dismissal. You also have 10 days to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So every 29th of every month, starting with May 29th, you have to pay the $1,500, and then you have to pay $1,000 by the 16th of every month, starting June the 16th, until paid in full. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you miss a payment and do not vacate, you will be evicted. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Does Mr. Butchart have your permission to sign your name to a proposed conditional dismissal?
Yes.
Okay, any questions, ma'am?
No.
I wish you well. Good luck to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's it for me today. You and your staff have a good one.
You too. Thanks a lot. Killeen Bozam versus James Willard, 2501821. Do I have Mr. Janus out there?
No, Your Honor, if we could pass this for a moment. He was in another court and should be in momentarily.
Concord. How you doing, Mr. Mayers versus Jemiah Jones, 2501814. Good to see you, Mr. Mayers.
You too, Your Honor. Good morning.
Your appearance?
Ralph Mayers, P23815, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ma'am, your name?
Jemiah Jones.
Ms. Jones, did you listen to and understand the rights?
Yes, sir, I did.
Do you intend to apply for funding, or do you wish to speak to a lawyer?
I do not wish to apply for funding.
Okay, all right. Counsel, just tell me the total balance due, if you would.
Total balance, Your Honor, including monthly carrying charges and court costs, is $1,353.66.
Ma'am, can you pay that?
Can I be disclosed for what months those are?
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
The amount due during and up through April was $714.33. May is $535, and that total is $1,249.33 on monthly carrying charges.
Okay. If I can have until the 30th, that will be great.
So you want to do a judgment after,
like most of you that are
after
here
hearing
are
Mr.
not
Mayers, and
because
you
you're going to be waiting for your attorneys and waiting for your attorneys to visit with the state. I like to start things a little differently here in Court 10. I try and just kind of keep things in a good mental state for everybody, for me included. That's what I tell everyone, okay? I always tell everybody you want your judge to be in a good frame of mind, right? So I start most of my day on my way here. I'm listening to positive quotes, affirmations. I'm doing audible self-help books, etc. And every day I like to start off with little quotes, give you something to think about and ponder when you're thinking about your situation. Sometimes I do long quotes, sometimes they're short. Today is very short. Today, my quote. A quote from Maya Angelou. And it's very simple. She says, do your best until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. So let's start our day. De Jesus Angel, Gabriel Arredondo Gomez.
He's present on council, Judge.
Thank you. Lonnie Bell. Helen Campbell.
That case has been dismissed.
Jamarian Clark. Okay, thank you. Kimberly Corona. Kavan Cunningham. Mohammed Fardin. John Foster. James Gillespie. Gregory Gonzalez. Jose Gonzalez. Krishana Jones.
President Whitman.
Thank you. Roger Lagunas. Justin Lunny. Charles Marquez. Cynthia Martinez. Bianca Mose.
She's present on, we have to just on.
Thank you. Brian Perry. Mr. Perry, you intend to hire or are you asking for an attorney? License. I have your affidavit and I've granted your request for an attorney. Palma Porter.
Present.
Sammy Price.
That's on forfeiture.
Juan Rios. Maria Rodriguez. Angel Roque.
Present.
Janila Scott. Richard Sellers. Tanisha Smith. Alex Snell.
Present.
Mr. Snell, do you intend to hire or are you asking for an attorney?
Hire.
Joseph Sanye. Nathan Tant.
That's on forfeiture.
Joshua Turner. Pascual Vasquez Garcia.
That's on forfeiture.
Angel Villanueva. Kent Williams.
Here.
Gerald Wingate. Jose Zelaya. Others. Cedric Hicks. Armando Ramos. and Marisol Villatoro. Okay. That concludes the call of the bond docket. If you were expecting to hear your name and you did not, please make sure you check in with the bailiff.
That's it.
Attorneys, you guys can start lining up. Give me one. Get my.
Miss Johnson.
Good morning.
Morning.
You are here for, Bianca Mose?
Yes.
Bianca Mose, come on up.
Most, come around this way.
Good morning, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
Okay, you are Bianca Mose. Ms. Mose, you were charged with DWI first offender with a BAC greater than .15. It is a class A misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in the county jail and for a $4,000 fine. You understand the charge and the range of punishment? Are you a U.S. citizen? Yes. I got it. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Yes. Your attorney is here on your behalf, but should you choose to interview with the state or law enforcement regarding this case, you have the right to have your attorney present for any interview, and you have the right to terminate that interview at any time. Do you understand those rights? Mr. Hilton, would you like me to review probable cause? No. Okay. So having waived probable cause, state, I've seen some basics on this. I know it's over 0.15. Is there an accident? And-
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there was an accident, 1 car, 2 car.
It was a 1 car or a 2 car accident and no injuries that I know of as of right now.
The car was hit in a parking lot in a drive-through.
Okay,
No damage.
so is the car still drivable? Okay. Ms. Mose, do you have a valid driver's license?
I have my passport, I lost my license a few weeks ago.
But is it valid? Whether you physically have it or not?
Yeah, it's valid.
Okay, so you may not drive without a valid driver's license. No drugs, no alcohol, no controlled substance. You will have an interlock device installed on your vehicle within 7 days, and I will waive the fees for that.
Okay.
Do you understand those conditions? Yes. And of course, come to court when ordered to come. Just have a seat on the right hand side and you'll have this one.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you. We'll talk.
Or Judge,
Mr. Calvin, he's in custody.
Kendra Capital, his bond is set at $1,500. Are we needing for detail?
Yeah, I would ask for a PR bond. He has no criminal history, so I'm aware of.
We need to bring him out, I need to get a TSR.
Yeah.
Armando Reyes, case dismissed.
Yeah, okay, Colin.
Yeah, he's got hold.
Assuming it's the fading on calendar, not all the PCR.
It is, or it is, I'm thinking.
Colin Campbell, case dismissed.
We'll wait PC on calendar.
Okay. Oh, they've already been. When they're in custody, that's already.
Yeah. Seeing criminal history is everything out here.
He does. He has quite a bit of.
That may be one. Yeah.
I was confused as to. Are you Kendall Calhoun?
Yes, ma'am.
Calhoun, you're charged with evading the rest of detention. You've already gone before a magistrate, and they have set a bond of $1,500. Are you able to make that bond?
Yes, ma'am.
You have somebody that you've already talked to about making the bond?
I mean, I just know I can make it. I mean, yes, I'm not trying to.
Okay, that's it. You can talk to your attorney. Thank you.
Switch. You're home.
Okay, we have a plea here. This is Victor Johnson.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnson, you are before me charged with criminal trespass. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the law just requires me to tell everyone that if you're not a citizen and you plead guilty, you will be deported.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to the offense?
Oh, guilty?
Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty?
Okay, are you pleading guilty because it's true?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone forced or threatened you for your plea?
No, ma'am.
You had to talk with your attorney and she went over some documents with you. Did you understand everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand when you signed on that electronic pad, it's putting your signature on all of those documents and they're going to be admitted into evidence in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're telling this court you do not want to try?
No, ma'am.
Now, I share that you've reached a plea bargaining agreement and you've agreed to a sentence of 3 days Harris County Jail. And you've got more than enough time to cover it. You've got 61 days. So that is time served. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
I will follow that plea bargaining agreement. Good luck to you.
I swear.
Okay, take care.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, well, it is 3 days at the end. They had that hand. Is that true? Yes. Yes, you may. So I'm here to have a case that I know nothing about.
Yes, Judge. This is on Mr. Angel Villanueva. It's my understanding you would like to staff with us in the back.
Yes.
Okay.
Before I do anything.
Yes, Judge.
Know what's going on. and
Understood.
it's gotta be something.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay, let's,
So let's kind of.
right. Yes, Judge. We'll follow you.
Is that?
I'm gonna make sure my stuff is in queue. I'm in line. Okay. Hi, how are you? I have a motion to sub that I need to put in the queue. I will. Two, 5, 4, 6, 7, 7, 6. Thank you. You know. Do you need it? Can I help you?
No, Olu is the chief, but he's going to take care of his break.
But he's leaving.
Yeah. This is his first day. I don't know when he said.
You know what? Get along with Al. Don't fall foul of like you fall foul. I know you did. It's on your face. Just remember.
Just submit this as a, with a writ date of the 30th of May, if you're okay with that?
That sounds great. There would be a consent judgment with a writ date of June 30th. Is that
All
correct?
right. All right. So ma'am, we're going to do this as a consent judgment whereby you're agreeing to these terms. You agree that you owe 135,366, correct?
Yes.
And you understand that if you consent to a judgment, the judgment will enter, you will have until the 30th of May to pay the amount of $1,353.66. If you pay by that date, you can stay. If you don't, you have to vacate. If you do neither one of those things, you will be evicted. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, you have 3 business days since you're unrepresented by a lawyer to fill out a motion to set aside the judgment. You have 10 days to appeal this. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Does Mr. Mayers have your permission to sign your name to that proposed consent judgment?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No.
All right. I wish you well, ma'am. He'll sign your name. He'll send it over and just plan on paying that by that date. Good luck. Concord versus Erratic Warnings, 2501815. Mr. Mayers?
Ralph Mayers, Your Honor, 2315 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is this going to be you're asking for a judgment here?
Yes.
Is she here, Jennifer?
No, Your Honor, defendant has not checked in.
You didn't pay for a second filing though, did you? Second
No.
name?
No, it is.
So I need to adjourn this.
Okay.
Because that would be, because it's a real regular thing, we want to make sure.
Yes.
As opposed to our uploading one that needs to be.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way they don't have to get called in.
Right.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Translate a video or a record or something?
It's in Spanish, but I just want, what I want to do, since we know that it's gonna happen, and we're gonna have several witnesses on that day, I'm gonna be able to have something dedicated to that hearing. Okay, so it's really a sentence, so schedule it for the last sentence. Okay.
Thank you.
Good on YouTube.
I'm sorry, guys. Come on up.
You're fine. Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I apologize. I just have a quick schedule issue. I'm set on Wednesday at 11. Who's entering PTI.
Okay.
She has a TRAS that afternoon. So I
Okay.
just want to move the setting after the TRAS. They said I need to do it first.
Okay. So, is that she's on the doc, she's not on the doc.
She's not on the document.
That's just something. Is that in your background?
Yeah.
I've been on that. Hi, Doug.
Mr. Vito, how are you?
How are you? I have a couple things.
Okay.
One, I'm excited about to talk to you about. The other one, not so much.
Okay, well, come on.
Okay.
You choose the order.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the good news first.
Okay.
I have a motion to substitute me and Mark Thiessen on a case.
Okay. Is it in my queue?
It is. I already spoke to her.
I got it. It is signed on the side.
Okay, so now I can talk to you about it. He has a bond violation. I've already talked to Pre-Trial Services about that.
Yes.
It looks like there's a detectable level on his device.
I love the way you say that. Yes, at 6:26 a.m. on May 7th, And I'm sorry, 6, I said 3:26 a.m. on May 7th. And it's 3:19 a.m. on May 10th.
And I was alerted of this on Friday.
And this
And
is one I've not seen, and so that's why I was very interested about this. Client is continuously disconnecting the device and bypassing the rolling retest.
I just spoke to him last week as an initial him calling me. Once he did hire us, we communicated with the other attorney, which was Will Bond. He's presented that information to me. I had a discussion with him Friday afternoon about what I read.
Well, let's bring Mr. Gonzalez.
Absolutely, Judge. Mr. Gonzalez. About both issues. My God. Judge, it's not gonna happen again. It's not.
I know it's not gonna happen, because we changed it to a scrum.
Okay,
Okay, so I will waive the fees for that,
thank you.
but, this is a DWI second. He's tested positive twice. He's potentially disconnecting the device.
Yes, ma'am.
So at this point, is his license valid?
I believe it is, Judge.
Yeah.
You have an occupational through her?
You have an occupational through me?
Judge, he has an occupational, correct.
So he's in violation of the occupation.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Yep.
I didn't know he had one with you, Judge.
That's why.
Judge, if I may, so the device, I've been in contact with Marsh, and I've told him that it has repeatedly timed me out whenever I try to blow in it after I started the car. And, I made a complaint with them.
The device makes you not be able to start the car. That's the whole point.
You know, whenever I try to blow in it after I started the vehicle.
Okay.
But Judge, I think your solution will fix that.
Right.
With the scram.
Well, it will. No, it fix me knowing that when he's drinking, but it won't fix him drinking and driving. Literally, he could still be. The difference with an interlock device, you know that, it turns it off, they can't start the car.
I wasn't suggesting you take that off. No, I was suggesting you keep it I can show you that he can do it correctly, Judge, the interlock and the scram. That would give you double protection at least.
That's true. Because this is a DWI second and he's on occupational that I could revoke.
And that's why I'm presenting it to the court that way, to protect the court's interests, to have
That's what I'm
both.
gonna say. This is your one and only chance. Well, we've got more. But this grand device, it just is what it is. I'm gonna let you know that if you have any more violations, you're not gonna drive at all. Okay? Period, whether your license is valid or not.
Sure.
Because in the end, yes, I'm very concerned. It does appear that you have an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. I get that. But I gotta keep you off the streets. That's what I'm sworn to do, to protect the public, okay? So if you can't stop drinking, that's what we always like people to do, ideally to stop drinking. But I know how hard that is. I can imagine how hard it is, okay? But the one thing that you gotta get in your head is to not drop it, okay? So, we're gonna do the scram, we'll keep the interlock device, and we'll go from there. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Come on up, Counselor.
Here on that. Alma Porter, 2543497. She's present.
Joshua Turner, your request for an attorney has been granted. Counsel. Is that what you said? Counsel.
Yes,
Porter?
yeah, Porter, Ms. Porter, Alma Porter, 254-3347.
Now, we set the bond force because I have a bond. Ms. Porter, come on up.
And I think that's been resolved, yeah.
Does she have a prescription?
Yes, we sent it to Mr. Ashford Wilson. She said she would, make sure you circulate those bonds.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Porter, so, you got a DWI case, and was it alcohol or other substances?
Other substance.
That was the result of that?
Yes. There was a felony pending that just been dismissed.
Okay. Okay, so, what substances is it? I understand it's oxycodone. And what else?
I think that was,
Daniel, are you showing that she provided
shows
the?
oxycodone.
She has one for Kira's Superdome, has a work on.
Okay.
She submitted those on Friday.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Ms. Porter, just be careful. I mean, I know you're in this situation that looks like you don't have any significant criminal history. So, you just gotta be careful. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This Porter and I have talked already, and she's going to evaluate it. And one more thing, she would like permission to, travel. She had a cruise, her and her husband had set a long
I
time.
don't usually have any restrictions. She doesn't have any travel restrictions. Sometimes the magistrate might do it, but I never do.
Okay.
Let's see.
No, Your Honor, just as long as she can show up to her drug test.
Okay. As long as she shows up. The only problem is right now she's got random tests.
So she's fine.
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Good seeing
you.
you, Judge. Thank you.
Yes, I'm doing the plea for Devin Green.
And Your Honor, I wanted to introduce myself. I'm the new DB prosecutor for courts 9 and 10.
Oh, wonderful. Your name?
Joshua Norman, Your Honor.
Norman?
Yes, Normand. Yes.
Nice to meet you. Great. Get some fresh blood all over you.
Yes, Your Honor. I just came from.
Okay, is this Devin Green?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Green. Mr. Green, you're charged with assault family member. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
The law is required for you to tell everyone, and if you're not a citizen, if you plead guilty, you will be deported. How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty because it's true? Has anyone forced or threatened you from your plea? And you've had time to talk with your attorney, you know it's a very important document. Did you understand everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand when you signed on that electronic pad, your signature was going on all of those documents? They're going to be admitted as evidence in this case.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were telling me you did not want to try. Where we taking my life? It's on the docket.
Oh, I did.
Yes, I need to leave them there. So.
Yes.
That's okay. I'll be. I'm sorry, Mr. I see you've entered a plea bargain agreement for 117 days for Harris County Jail. And you've got 39 days credit. Is that your understanding? Let's do the math. Is that time served?
Yes,
Okay, it's time served. So I will follow that plea bargain agreement. Now, there's an affirmative finding of family violence. Your attorney will explain to you in more detail about that, but in the long run, if you're ever charged with this again, it will be filed as a felony. Do you understand that? Thank you. Anything else?
Thank you.
If it goes to. Order. I don't know what it's called.
May I approach, Your Honor?
How are you?
Doing well, Judge. May I approach the bench? So we're about to do a plea to an interpreter against your judge on July. The gentleman that was without a direct, I just want to give you his list of, he did 26 classes. So I just wanted to hand that to you before. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Let's see, I got one, to hire. Alex Snell. So let me get through the probable cause. Good morning. Are you Alex Snell? Snell, you are charged with criminal mischief. It is a class B misdemeanor. And or a $2,000 fine. And if you have requested time to hire an attorney, is that correct? So we'll just have a little look, you can pay for work, and a little stuff I've got to do today, okay? So I will give you time to hire an attorney. You also have a pending felony that you're on.
Yes,
bond for. You were already gone. Gone for a magistrate, or was this a two? So this was a case that was filed, and you didn't know it was filed, what we call it to be. So the case has already been reviewed for probable cause, but I still need to, here's some facts to make some decisions about your bond condition. But let me go over your legal warnings with you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney, and I'm going to give you time to do that. Should you choose to interview with the state or law enforcement regarding this case, you have the right to have your attorney present for any interview, and you have the right to communicate any time. Do you understand those rights? So, as I point out, I'm going to strongly recommend that you just remain silent, okay?
Yeah, sure.
I can almost guarantee that you're probably going to disagree with something that the state is putting forth, okay? But that's for you to talk about with your attorney, and they will know the proper steps on how to get that heard to full development, okay? Straight, let me hear the facts.
Yes, ma'am. On March 5th, 2025 in Harris County, Texas, officers spoke with a complaining witness who stated that the defendant is her child's father, and he slashed her back left tire after getting upset with the complaining witness for not being able to locate some property. The defendant did not say what he was looking for and stopped by the complaining witness's property to look inside her apartment. The defendant was not able to locate the unknown item and asked to look in the complaining witness's car. The complaining witness agreed, and the defendant could once again not locate the unknown property. The defendant became very upset and slashed her back left tire. and the complaining witness was able to video the incident.
Okay, so while you're out on bond, Mr. Snell, you're not to have any threatening, harassment, or assault of contact with Sabrina Perez. You cannot go within 200 feet of her residence, or where she works. No weapons, firearms, or ammunition, no drugs or controlled substances. Do you understand those conditions? Okay. So you just have a seat over here and they'll have you sign bond conditions and they'll give you a reset to come back with an attorney. Okay?
Yeah, for now.
I have Mr. Walke on your docket, ROQE. There's I don't know if they're wanting to do their writ, but that's what we've been waiting for.
They still have no written.
Yeah, I'm asking them to evaluate it. I don't know if they've already done so, but
They have already?
I don't know if they have.
It has not been evaluated yet.
We haven't had prosecutors.
Yeah. You guys, they can just dismiss it. I'd be happy with that. They don't have to evaluate, go through all that.
You can always.
Dismiss now or dismiss later.
Yeah, you're at a point, the next time. You can just force their hand instead of trying to.
All right.
Okay?
Okay, I'll complete a rip today and evaluate.
No written and no evaluation, I'm making that. Is anybody waiting on me? 'Cause I do need to run next door.
I was gonna approach real quick on
Yes.
bond judge.
Hey, you one of my off-docket people?
Yes, and
Who was this on?
Mr. Newell.
Jay and Newell?
Yes, Your Honor.
I already got it.
It's 256. 2245.
You get a case on this. All right.
Mr. Newell, come on up. You are Jaden Newell?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Miller, you were charged with harassment.
Yes, ma'am.
It is a class B misdemeanor punishable by up to 180 days in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Do you understand the charge and the range of punishment?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right to remain silent. You say can't will be sitting. Your attorney is here on your behalf, but should you feel that you are with the state or law enforcement regarding this case, you have the right to have which kind of present during the interview, and you have the right to terminate that interview. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I hear the facts of this case?
Yes, ma'am. On April 25th, 2025 in Harris County, Texas, the officers were dispatched to a terroristic threat call where the complaining witness stated that her ex-boyfriend, the defendant, had showed up earlier that day. Complaining witness advised that defendant had advised the defendant to stop texting her. She then received messages from the defendant stating that he would shoot her. The complaining witness knows that the defendant does carry a firearm. Complaining witness then received an apology text after the threatening messages, and the complaining witness didn't want anything to happen at the time. The next day, officers were dispatched to a terroristic threat with the same complaining witness, showing that the defendant returned to her residence and then left. The complaining witness received text saying that he would kill himself. And 2 days later, officers were dispatched to a terroristic threat for the same complaining witness who stated that the defendant was waiting outside her residence, so she went to a nearby store and called police. The complaining witness still did not want to press charges.
Okay, so, what do you ask of that?
Judge, we're asking for a PR bond. He has no criminal history. It's a breakup, judge. Obviously, we'll provide a stay with the full messages, text messages, but we're asking for a PR bond with no criminal history. There's more to the story than.
Are you working right now, Mr. Newell?
I actually have a second job at AT&T.
Okay,
So,
so you work 2 jobs?
no, like I left my last job for AT&T.
So you're working, so you are working?
Yes.
That's- Trying to figure out the answer to the question, so you are working?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I will grant a PR bond.
Yes, ma'am.
But I will set it at $1,400. That means that you don't show up, you violate this bond, you're gonna owe the county $1,500.
Yes, ma'am.
He is to have absolutely no contact with somebody's parent. When I mean none, I mean none.
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
not text message her, do not send a message through social media, do not send a message to anybody else. When I mean zero contact, I mean none,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? I strongly suggest you block any number that you might potentially have. You do not go within 200 feet of her residence or any place that she works or where she would maybe.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
understand that? And when I say to someone, you need to understand that if y'all have mutual in the same area, you see her coming down the street, it's your job to stop and turn around, not hers. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you're not to go within 200 feet. No weapons, firearms, or ammunition. Do not pick up any more cases. No drugs or controlled substances. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, let me make it clear, I'm gonna be very nice, I'm not doing an ankle monitor, I'm not doing any of that stuff. But if you even remotely violating this, you might be risking losing that brand new job you have, because I might put you on house arrest.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
understand that? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
That bond is in your queue, Judge.
Thank you. You guys give me, I've got to run next door, so give me, I don't think anybody needs me right now.
Accepted to that charge. I find it to be an accurate plea made voluntarily and understandingly. Counsel,
Judge, we went through his driving record. He has a host of warrants. I've counseled and advised him on the importance of not driving without this license. It just keeps compounding the situation. He knows his business. He knows when he needs to take care of. He has a speeding ticket out of Georgia with, I believe that's going to be a warrant as well. So he's got a host of things.
who's the third party poster here? Who posted the bond for you?
So is my girlfriend, sorry.
I hope she's gonna post the bond or apply the bond today, because if you don't have the money, if she's not willing to do that, you're gonna have a problem with me, okay?
Understandable, sir.
Can you get her down to post that?
Today? It probably won't be today. She at work. It'll be sometime this week.
Well, I don't know if it can be, let me see what he's got.
It's enough.
It's what?
It's enough. There's enough in there.
I'm sure there is.
Permission to speak, Your Honor?
No, just no, please
No,
no.
okay, no, I was just,
What do you have to say?
no, I was just saying that, I'm currently working on 2 real estate deals, and they should be closing around the 1st, so I was hoping to just that much kind of take care of it.
Good enough. 100 fines, 170 costs, 75 victim's rights fee, $50 justice assessment. Attorney fees of 40. 435 or 93 days, and I'm gonna have you pay this by June the 6th. Do we understand one another?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you don't have the money, come talk to me. Don't ignore me again, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck to you. I wish you well. Griggs, Aaron Griggs. Aaron, David Griggs, 23W832-565A and B. So we're gonna go ahead and adjourn this. They didn't put the guy in front of the camera. Can we set this pretty quick, Lisa, you think? I don't know what's going on
Is it
this.
Oakland County? So that's the issue.
Yeah, I get it. So I'm gonna let you just set another date on these, okay?
Okay.
As soon as you think we can, it's kind of old, so the sooner the better. Maybe my next Woodhaven docket. We'll go from there. Do I have anything else, guys?
I still have 2 on Zoom. They're Mr. Crawford's.
Judge, I'm gonna be calling Ms. Cosby here shortly and seeing if.
I gotta go, yeah, do
See if
that.
we're gonna resolve this. case.
Fine, please try to do that, okay?
Mr. Khalil has yet another file. Do we want to go ahead and set it for another future pretrial date or resolve it?
Is that in front of me? Khalil Pryor?
Yes.
Judge, we just determined he's got a second file that driving a suspended license that happened on April 16th. The plea you just took was from February of this year.
Is this one my file too?
So
That was the one that you resolved.
I know, but this one he's got.
Yes, yes.
Well, let's just adjourn it. Let's just
I'll
set
write
it.
it.
Okay, we'll adjourn it, Judge.
And then, thanks, okay.
Mr. Crawford has 3 more cases, 2 are co-defendants.
Can you take one of those, Mr. Baldwin?
Joshua Turner, come on up, Mr. Turner. How's everything?
You doing all right? How you doing, Judge?
It's Monday. That's all I can say, Monday.
Hot Monday.
I'm just trying to do it all. Okay, you are Joshua Turner.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Turner, you're charged with criminal mischief. It is a class B misdemeanor punishable by up to 180 days in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Okay, so this is an old case. From May 2024, that's why I take a moment to see what was going on. He's got his numbers open. He's already signed bond conditions, however, those go towards the facts of the case. Mr. Turner, I don't know what's going on that keeps you from showing us the number of those persons. And that's not happening, but this case has got to get resolved, okay? We can't keep this situation going. So, add it to your bond conditions that your appearance is never waived. You must come to court every single time until this case is resolved. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm adding that to bond conditions, helps us all do our job, okay? The case is old, the state should have everything that you can review. And it shouldn't take long for us to resolve it. We can just show up, okay? So when you leave here today, you know your next court date, right?
Yeah.
You'll know it, you'll know it, I'm just saying. So you won't have that excuse when you don't know your court date, because we'll have it, they'll give it to you in writing. But I can tell you, if you don't show up next time, your bond's gonna be revoked, and it will not be another PR bond, period. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You kind of look like, oh darn, really? I can't get another free bond?
Yeah, some of this stuff I'm not doing, but yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Some of this, yes, ma'am, honestly.
Okay, yeah, so we just need you to show up, okay? Whether you're guilty or innocent is not for me to determine, but ultimately the state and your attorney will work that out. But we can't get that worked out if you don't show up. Okay? Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
You show up at court.
Show up to court, along with the other, stay away from her, et cetera. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
Just have some time for that.
Hey, Court. Who's next?
How are you guys?
How are you?
I'm good, just how are you?
You got a new person, right?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Rodriguez, Maria Rodriguez.
Maria Rodriguez, come on up.
Go that way. Go that way.
Yes. Yeah.
Make sure this is true.
Oh, good. Good morning, Ms. Rodriguez. You are charged with assault family member. It was a class A misdemeanor, punished by up to a year in the county jail and or a $4,000 fine. Do you understand the charge and the range of punishment? Are you a U.S. citizen? You have the right to remain silent, you say and your views. Your attorney is here on your behalf, but should you choose to interview with the state or law enforcement regarding this case, you have the right to have your attorney present in any instance. You have the right to terminate if you do. Do you understand those rights? Okay, there's already been probable cause found, but say, give me the alleged facts.
Yes, ma'am. The complaining witness and the defendant were in a 4-year dating relationship and have 2 children together. On May 11, 2025, at 5:17 p.m., law enforcement was dispatched to an address within Harris County, Texas. Law enforcement made contact with the complaining witness who stated that the defendant and her were in a 4-year dating relationship. The complainant said that he was at the store getting flowers for the defendant when he was called back to the address where the defendant was outside causing a disturbance. Complaining witness came back. The defendant began yelling at him and was getting in his truck. The complaining witness was trying to walk away when the defendant swung an iPhone USB charger at the complainant, hitting him and causing pain. The complaining witness said the defendant has hit him before and that the defendant has been hitting him more over time. Law enforcement noticed that the complainant had visible injuries, left arm scratches and scrapes. Law enforcement made contact with a witness who was across the street. The witness stated that they saw the defendant go up to the complaining witness, that the defendant was yelling, that the defendant was throwing a cup of water at the complainant's face. The witness could not see the rest of the incident as the complainant and defendant went back behind the motor vehicle. Law enforcement made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated she came over to the location looking for the complainant as she suspected the complainant was cheating on her. The defendant stated that the complainant grabbed her by the hair and dragged her across the road. Law enforcement noticed a bruise on, the defendant noticed a bruise on her arm once at JPC and believes that she received it during the altercation with the complainant. The defendant was not aware of the bruise on the scene.
So there was a lot wrong with that.
Yes.
And he was or was not buying flowers for her personally.
Yes.
I thought that looked on both of y'all's faces. That was great. Listen, just while she's out on bond, just have no contact. You know, they don't live together.
They do not anymore. They were living together. They do not. The only issue is the two children. One of the two children is babysat by the complaining witness's parents at their house, and that's where this occurred. We would ask the court to allow her to be able to go close proximity to that house to pick up and drop off that child that they're continuing to babysit. Other than that, it's any communication on the MOAP and I believe on the bond conditions, there's no threatening communication, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. They do need to communicate for children's purposes, obviously.
Okay, so the address of 3821 Noah Street, who lives there?
That is the complainant's parents, and
That's the house where it happened.
correct, and that's where the babysitting occurs.
Do we have a rip call? Do we have any notes there?
We have not been able to get in contact with the complainant yet.
Yeah, the problem is I can't change the address and I won't change the address until I get some kind of confirmation.
Absolutely, and we don't have any issues with the address being there and her entering the location. We're just asking the court's permission to allow her to come close to the driveway where the child can be dropped off and picked up.
Right now it's 200 feet. I'm not changing anything. I'm not changing anything until we know what the situation is and whether they've done a rip call and what the complainant.
Fair.
Okay.
I can tell you,
I gotta be fair on both sides, and that's what she says, but I gotta see what he says. Yeah, this is parents or whatever, okay?
Sure, just to inform the court, just so that we don't disrupt her working, her ability to work, then we will just have it set up so that the child can be dropped off with her 200 feet away from that house.
Right. And I'm fine with anything. I mean, and technically, the parents can go over to her house and get the child.
Understood.
You know, so those, let's just be real about that, or somebody else can deliver the child.
Understood.
Okay. We're not, I'm not interfering with the child here and the child, but I know it just makes a little hurdle until I have confirmation. And you can come back off docket anytime to deal with that. Okay?
Understood.
So right now, bond conditions, no threatening or harassing, contact with the complainant. No drugs, no controlled substances, no weapons, firearms, or ammunition, and other basics. Okay.
Understood.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Are we ready?
Still waiting on the interpreter.
Still waiting on it.
We can go on Cynthia Martinez.
Excuse me, hold on one second. Yeah, I've got something else jumping in front of you. Roger Loomis, I've granted your request for an attorney, so I will speak with you today.
Cynthia Martinez. you ready for-
Martinez? Cynthia Martinez, okay. You ready for a plea? You're ready for a plea. I'm confused. Who's who? What are we doing?
Hold on. Who's your client?
Do you need my name?
No.
You're Cynthia Martinez too?
No. I think he was the guy you just granted the attorney.
Oh, I just said that. Okay. Yeah, Cynthia Martinez. Okay, you are Cynthia Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Martinez, you're charged with DWI first offender with the VAC greater than 0.15. Are they dismissing that as a PI?
They are.
Ms. Martinez, are you a U.S. citizen?
No, ma'am.
Okay, have you had time to speak with your attorney about potential immigration issues regarding this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were advised that our law provides that if you are not a citizen and you plead guilty, you can and will be deported to non-naturalization or excluded from this country.
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing all that, do you wish to proceed on this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty because it's true?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone forced or threatened you for your plea?
Mhm.
Now, your attorney went over some important documents with you. Did you understand everything?
Yes.
Did you understand when you signed on that electronic pad, it was putting your signature on all of those documents and then going to be admitted into evidence?
Yes, ma'am.
You're telling me you do not want to try. Now, I show a plea bargain agreement of 1 year, Harris County Jail, probated for 13 months. During that time, you will take a DWI education class, 1 victim impact panel. You'll complete intensive application, substance abuse programming, and support. We call it IOPS.
Okay.
Okay. And you're subject to random analysis, no drugs, no alcohol, no utensils. You don't have a guardian interlock device installed on the vehicle. Do you understand this condition?
Yes, ma'am.
You can step and see a lot.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now. On probation is no, and no suspensions on first. Okay.
So we're good. Go ahead and sign.
All right, you just have a seat.
Did you just come back?
Anybody else? Next, y'all just waiting on interpreter.
I'm waiting on Trevor. You go. I did a follow-up text, Judge. She hasn't texted me back.
That's okay.
She said it was going for 11.
It's crazy today. It's crazy. Okay, what can I do for you?
Your Honor, I have with George Ladonna. We have negotiated a deal. I'd like to set him like a plea docket.
Okay.
His,
What's the name, Ladonna?
Ledvima.
Oh, yeah. You're fine. I'm just gonna set it for a plea.
And then Kevin Cunningham,
Uh-huh. Okay, yeah, that's one you need to check for, John.
We are, I talked to the state, I think they're gonna evaluate it.
Okay.
But it's gonna be one of the set for trial if it's not dismissed.
Okay, you got time, except for disposition, next setting, and the other is fine.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Good night. Okay. Okay. No. Brock?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey, Brock, you're here on Mr. Jones. Come on up, Mr. Jones. I know you are worried because I anticipated that you were gonna approach me off docket.
He's off docket this week.
Yeah, he's off docket. So, Brock, the situation is this. We've talked about Mr. Jones. He's made a decision that he's gonna keep smoking, and that's his decision. But, I'm not gonna keep him on a bonded mind when he keeps doing that. Okay? I didn't anticipate I was gonna give you a heads up that he could have come in with a bonding company and he could just make the bond, but he came in.
Yes, Your Honor. How much did you want to put the bond at, Your Honor? Yeah.
Set $300. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor. I know. So I know, Your Honor, the last time we were in court, I did speak with him regarding the failed drug test. He told me it's just taking time to get out of the system, that he has not been smoking. That's what he told me. If the court could at least.
Now, Brock, you know I'm very smart and fair. This case started in, if I'm not mistaken, like 6 months ago. And I would not have been in that, would have not have done that had the case not been. Started in October. It's now May. Weed doesn't stay in your system but 30, maybe 45 days. He's tested positive 4 times. So here we are. So.
Yes, Your Honor.
It is coming. Now, this problem that he has right now. I did revoke his bond. I think that was on Friday. I had anticipated that I'd hear from you today and I'd tell you that he could just come in with a bonding company. But he's here now and you know the bailiff can't let him go.
I understand, Your Honor. And I mean, unfortunately, I'm in Galveston County. I got a trial out here today, so that's the reason why I can't be there in person.
His weed is inconvenience to everybody, and it's inconvenience to him. So unfortunately, you know, but he definitely can make the bond. I have no issue. My thing is this, and Mr. Jones, I'm telling you, when I sign on a PR bond, that says I am vouching for you. I am vouching my name, my reputation, which matters a lot to me, okay? Says that I'm vouching for you. I have already been in a situation where not only am I vouching for you, but you keep testing positive for weed. Anybody that would look at that and go, Judge Jackson's being a sucker. He is playing her. So I don't let people play me. So I know you didn't intend to, but I'm just saying, you can make your own bond, okay? And I'll give you an opportunity to do that. It's a normal amount. It went from 100 to 300. That's standard. If they're tripled, I didn't do anything different. And then we have a judge. And I don't even think any judges would have stayed on this long, but I did. Okay. So unfortunately, we're in a situation now that I was hoping you didn't come in, that I would just tell you make the bond. But in the end, the bailiff cannot let you go because you have a warrant. So somebody's got to make the bond. Okay? But he'll give you all those instructions. Okay? Thank you. Okay, Mr. White. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Your Honor. No problem, Your Honor. Might be excused.
Hey, thank you.
All right, have a great day.
Good morning, Judge Mark.
Hold on one second.
He said,
Good morning, Judge. I'm well, how are you?
Just who you here?
I've got 2 arraignments.
I think they're my last two.
Oh, good. Okay. Mr. Perry?
Perry,
Yes.
and who else?
And I just got appointed to it.
Oh, somebody that just, that was the option.
But it's not a,
That's a
ranking.
It's not? No, it's not, it's not a ranking. Somebody
Okay.
for Charles, the case is over. Lucky you. Okay.
And I've got
That's
Mr.
what it is.
Lagunas. He's in custody. Is that an arraignment, Mr. Lagunas?
No, that's the one. That, are you?
Where's Mr. Garrett at? Is he here or is he out there?
He's a Zoom line operator.
He's on Zoom, Judge, but he hasn't spoken to anyone.
I think we're moving for an adjournment on that file. Judge.
Okay,
And I'm filling in for the attorney of record, Mr. Crawford.
okay, your appearance?
Attorney Mike Baldwin, 265-417, filling in for the attorney of record, Mr. Crawford.
Mr. Garrett, your name?
Matthew Garrett.
All right.
Mr. Garrett, can you see me?
We're just gonna go ahead and adjourn this. Give me a new date, Lisa.
May 28th at 9:30.
Okay, May the 28th at 9:30, okay?
Well, why is he being adjourned again?
Your lawyer's, the one lawyer's tied up,
Okay.
okay?
You said May 23rd,
No, May 28th,
28th? All
2
right.
weeks from today, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you at 9:30 and hopefully we'll have you here at 9:30, okay? I know you've been waiting out there. My apology.
No, I appreciate it.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Pryor, Khalil Lamonte Pryor, 25W8384599. I need Mr. Horn's file.
Attorney Mike Baldwin, House Counsel for Mr. Khalil Pryor. Sir, can you just state your full legal name for the record?
Khalil Lamonte Pryor.
All right,
Thank you. We're adjourning this matter.
he stands mute, waives formal reading.
He does.
$500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violating the law. You must appear in court as directed. 500 personal. Make sure you show up this time, will you please?
Yes, I've also advised him to pay that ticket that he just was adjudicated on.
So we'll give you a new date on this. Are we doing the 28th on this one, Lisa?
Yes, 9:30.
At 9:30,
So would it be this month or next?
okay?
Wait, 28th this month?
Yes.
I can't hear you. May 28th,
Okay.
all right? And we'll see you back here then.
All right, thank you.
Good luck. Nicholas Horn. Nicholas Horn, 5T74225 FY. I don't know what to tell him. He's got a problem. Your name?
Okay, Attorney Mike Baldwin, House Counsel. I do believe I'm filling in for the attorney of record, Mr. Crawford.
Name? Mr. Horn, your name?
Nicholas Warren.
So what's the issue?
I just need 48 hours or 36 hours to be able to come up with the money to get sold. My check won't hit until tomorrow morning.
Your mom won't loan it to you?
Even if me and her put our money together, she's not working right now, she's retired, she only gets one check a month. And, with this check, she had to pay a lot of bills. I also had my son's birthday, we spent a lot of money on the party this
All right,
day.
okay, good enough. I'll let you get on the sober link, but no later.
I just need Friday, Your Honor.
2 days. 2 days. Yes. Okay.
By May the 16th then, okay?
May 16th?
Yeah, May 16th
Your Honor, I really appreciate it.
until July 15th, all right?
Thank you, Judge.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
If you stay clean for a while and you're having money problems, you can come back. I might consider taking the sober link off.
Yes, Your Honor, I appreciate you.
All right, good luck.
Have a blessed day.
Do we have another one here?
Yes, we do. We have two adjournments, I believe. These individuals who are co-defendants. I'm not, I thought the files made it up to you. And they did.
All right. Corey James Browse, 25W8385594, and also Hannah Faye Souls, 25W8386018 and B.
Attorney Mike Baldwin, House Counsel, on behalf of the defendants with permission, on behalf of the attorney of record, Mr. Crawford. Correct? Yes.
Sir, your name.
Corey James Browse.
All right, and ma'am, your name.
Hannah Faisals.
All right, so, and these two are co-defendants, correct?
That is my understanding, Your Honor. I have not reviewed the file.
And for purposes of arraignment, do they stand mute and waive formal reading?
They both stand mute and waive formal reading for purposes of arraignment.
So I'm entering not guilty, please. Now, there's gonna be adjournments for discovery. I'm gonna go ahead. Mr. Viola, I don't know who that is, but Mr. West, your appearance,
Josh Westbury on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
do you happen to know what Mr. Viola's first name is or not?
I can ask Lieutenant Toller when I step out real quick.
Sure.
God, I had the reason I was supposed to get surgery. I understand. What's the date on this one here? 24. I understand. So
Your Honor, again, Josh Westbury on behalf of the people, Your Honor, the complaining witness in this matter is Thomas Viola, Viola.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. Do the people have any objection to a personal bond?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so let me just, give me 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna give both of you a personal bond. It's going to be a $1,000 personal bond for each of you. I'm gonna sign the orders granting discovery. Here are the bond conditions, 1,000 personal, so you don't have to post any money. Excuse me, but neither one of you can leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed, no contact with victim Viola, Thomas Viola. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with him or have anybody else do any of those things for you or on your behalf. You're not to have any contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. And both of you have to go over to Woodhaven Police Department today by 2 p.m. to be fingerprinted and photographed. That's today by 2 p.m. Do you understand that?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll give you a new date, and then you'll fill out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer if you cannot afford one. Do you work, ma'am?
Yes.
Where?
Work at First Watch in Woodhaven.
How much do you make there?
20 an hour, I work part-time.
How about you, sir?
I work at Beer Haven,
How much do you make?
19 an hour.
Plus tips?
No, sir.
What do you do there?
I'm a cook.
Okay, we do go into the 28th, Lisa?
Yes, 9 o'clock.
May 28th at 9 a.m. Okay, guys?
Judge, one moment, please. Judge, my client goes in for a surgery on May 27th, so he will be under
Okay, we can give them another date later.
Thank you very much.
What will that be? June, what, 11th, Lisa?
June 11th at 8:30.
June 11th at 8:30 will be your court dates, both of you. We're gonna have to make sure we give them separate lawyers. June the 11th at 8:30 will be the court date, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
And I wish you both well.
Thank you very much.
And I've signed the orders granting discovery, and you do have to go over again today to Woodhaven to get printed and photographed. All right, best of luck to each of you. Any questions, Ms. Souls? Any questions, ma'am? Sir, do you have any questions?
No, sir, thank you.
Anything else, counsel?
No, Judge, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Good luck. Thank you. So we should give them these orders too, Lisa.
Folks, can you look at the counter? They're gonna have some paperwork for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet. That's what I.
I've still got one on Zoom.
Which one's that?
Lori Potter, she's in custody at Wayne County.
You want me to take care of that, Judge?
Where's is Mr. Crawford not talking to her?
Mr. Crawford, Your Honor, is talking to Mrs. Sanders right now. That case is set for trial before your court in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'd like you to talk to Ms.
Sure.
Potter.
Sure, and I spoke with Ms. Cosby.
I'll speak with you and Ms.
Before we leave. Okay.
Ms. Foley Carter still here?
She's waiting, yes, she's here, she's done, she's just waiting on your.
Let's unite and her chambers right
I
now.
don't know if she can hear us right now.
Who?
Foley Carter.
Well, I'll get her.
Okay, she might be on Zoom.
No, she's not our prosecutor today, so she's not out there.
Well, she was doing Judge Heston's.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also, okay, the jail's been out there a while. We're gonna lose them.
Why don't you take the one with the jail first?
Potter?
Yeah, and then,
What jurisdiction is that, Lisa? West?
That is Woodhaven.
Okay, I'll write it up right now.
Perfect, thank you.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's a Brownstown.
Brownstown, okay. I
You're
can't
off
help
the
you.
Judge, do you want to do the no-shows right quick?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Rachel Sanders. 25W83795A.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Josh was speaking on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Michael Crawford representing Ms. Sanders and Sanders Station.
Sanders.
She's gonna plead to the civil infraction
Yes, Your Honor.
of parental responsibility violation, and then they're gonna dismiss the misdemeanor.
Correct.
That's right?
Yes, that is our.
That's what you wanna do?
That's under section 96-50.
Right. It's a civil infraction. Do you understand that?
Yes.
To that charged violation of that section 96-50, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Why are you shaking your head?
I'm responsible.
I'll accept the plea, $250. How often is the child missing?
For
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
it was, there's 22 days now.
So what's going on?
Their dad has them on every Tuesday night, and he wasn't taking them on Wednesday, and then he was having them on Thursday night, and he wasn't taking them on Friday. So in November and December, they missed 2 days with their dad.
Well, I hope he understands. They don't graduate from high school, they're never gonna make a living. So I hope he's saving a lot of money to give to them. He needs to get them to school. I don't know what the status is. I mean, are you divorced?
Yes.
Maybe you need to go back and talk to the judge. If he can't get it, if he can't bother to get him to school, then maybe he shouldn't have them overnight. I don't know what to tell him.
I agree.
250, you're all set. Good luck, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's the last Woodhaven case, Judge.
Thanks a lot.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds good. Have a great day.
Yeah, and-
Thank you very much. Take care.
Mr. Crawford, are you all set? I think so. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crawford.
Thank you.
Then we got, Mr. Baldwin has Potter County. And then Amy gave that file, right?
Yeah, where's it at?
Passed me with the file
We
walking.
went to the arraignment attorney. They have to call first.
Yeah, I can start doing it. Trevor Morgan Guile, 25W747one A and B. On the A file, we're gonna issue a show cause. On the B file, defendant was defaulted for failure to appear back on, or today. People against Joshua Mario Wilkes, 25W836159. We're gonna issue a show cause on this for failure to, actually, we're gonna issue a warrant on this for failure to appear. And it is going to be 5,000, 10% at this point. People against Lagnus, Monique Madeline Lagnus, 25W38622. Defendant failed to appear. We're going to issue a show cause. Thomas Allen Parrott II, 25W8362229. We're going to issue a show cause in this case. Dustin Lee Haupt, file number 25W. 837-511 A, B, and C, and also 25W837-744. On the 837744, we'll issue a show cause. Actually, we already did. I'm going to issue a warrant, 2,000, 10%. On the C file, defendant was defaulted, or is in default, was defaulted April 30. On 7511A, defendant didn't appear for either one of these, so I'm going to issue a warrant. Didn't appear at the arraignment pretrial, nor at the other, at the show cause, 3,000, 10% on that. And on 511B, defendant failed to appear for both the arraignment and pretrial, then the show cause, 2,000, 10% on that. Stacy Sherelle Mitchell, 25W837745A and B and C. On the super drunk charge, 4,000, 10% for failure to appear. You can call up on that. And then on the open Doyle, Riley Scott Doyle, 25W8379188A and B. On the A file, the suspend file, 3,000, 10%, failure to appear for show cause, and defendant was defaulted on April 30 for failure to appear on the civil infraction charge. Al Shami, transportation, 25W83876. So he's got to get, or somebody's got to get these show causes just to companies don't do any good. We're going to have to issue show cause versus owner of the corporation. So I don't know if he can run it. I'm talking about Shane.
It's me. It's always me.
All right, well, we need to do that. This is 2 or 3 times we've sent show causes on those corps. I don't even see a point of sending out a show cause until we know the name of the owner. People against, or the principal, I should say, Chiquita Marion Williams, 25W838354. Issue 1, 3,000, 10%. Bailey, Stephen Charles Bailey, 25W838436A and B and C. On the C file, 2,000, 10%. And are you writing that one up? On the A file, 3,000, 10%, those for failure to appear for show cause. And on the B file, those are already taken care of. People against Gordon, Raymond Charles Gordon, 205-233-563A. On the suspend charge here, Looks like it's in the name of Raymond Charles Gordon, right? Let me just double check something here. Right, Tabitha, or, I don't see who posted it, but there's a bond here. We're gonna apply the bond on that to payment of fines costs. Who's our arraignment attorney? Is he ready? Justin Gregory, Estep, 25M481857, 213 cash assured. Jesse Lorraine Gardner, 25B147705, 195 cash assured. Where is Demetrius Lamar Hurd Jr., 254M471682B, 213 cash assured. Do you have Potter's files down there? 25G306266, Austin Jager Hicks, 153 cash assured for failure to appear for show cause. Tommy Huffman Jr., 25W837248, 213 cash assurity.
Second, thank you.
Cupid Islove Jones, 25W837276, 237
He's
cash.
waiting for Brownstone to call.
Alien Zaman Khan, 25D147350, A and B, and 25T644506, 213 cash assurity on that, on the 3050B, 213 cash assurity, and 213 cash assurity on 350A. J. John Maurice Yanili Bay, 25F243246A, 21 cash assurity, B, 213 cash assurity, and C, 213 cash assurity for failure to appear for all those show causes. Caitlin Marie Bentley, 25T642894, 184 cash assurity against Baldwin. Joanne Lynn Blackburn, 25B147727, 213 cash assurity. Russell Bray, 24F243012, 237 cash assurity. Jayla Clark, 25T644559, 195 cash assurity. And Teresa Marjorie DiStefano, 25W837257, 195 cash assurity. People against Lori Potter, 25 B147879, A and B, and 24B 146892.
Attorney Mike Baldwin, appointed counsel P 65417 on behalf of Miss Lori Potter for both files. Miss Potter, can you please state your full legal name?
Lori Sue Potter.
Thank you, Judge. Today's the date.
Wait, I'm lost. I've got 147879 A and B.
Yeah, that's going to be no contest to an A and B and resisting and return the older file, the 892.
Judge Hessen's already sentenced her on this one. It looks like, yeah, Judge Hessen sentenced her January 29th. I'm not going to dismiss this.
On the 892?
Correct.
The 892 is on the docket for a contempt hearing, just non-payment.
Well, I'm not dismissing the case, so you guys got me dismissing the case. Your name?
Caitlin Foley Carter on behalf of Preston Township. In light of that, we would move to dismiss the resistant hinder on the 2025 case if she pleads to the assault battery.
Jeez, oh, Pete's.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do I have, okay. Would you rewrite this up then? It's going to be a no contest plea just to assault and battery, and then I'm going to dismiss the resist and obstruct on 879B, and then Judge Hessen can deal with her contempt charge on the other file.
The 892.
Correct. And then I will go ahead and dismiss the one assigned to me, 879B, right?
Correct. It's a no contest plea. Lack of mental recollection, Your Honor. I do believe there was a state of inebriation.
Well, also, not only that, there's a possibility of civil litigation. Ma'am, your name again?
Lori Sue Potter.
If you plead no contest to this charge, and I'm talking about the assault and battery, it has the same effect as a guilty plea. The possible penalties up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, 93 days jail, costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt if you plead no contest. Again, you're giving up your right to a trial by court or jury. You're giving up your right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead no contest, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Counsel, you stipulate I can use the police report to establish a factual basis?
Yes, Judge.
And you do as well. I've had it marked Peoples 1 to the charge of assault and battery. How do you plead?
No contest.
All right, let me review the report. All right, and this is possibility of civil litigation. You also said lack of memory, correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right, are you on probation or parole right now, Ms. Potter?
No.
Anybody force you to plead no contest?
No.
That plea is accepted. Pursuant to agreement, I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss 79B, which is the resist and obstruct. And there is no global resolution with regard to the other resist and obstruct. Judge Hessen already sentenced you. So I'm gonna reschedule this for a contempt hearing. We'll reset the contempt. Why is she in custody? Just these files?
No, I believe there may have been a violation of a PPO consideration by a family member, but Judge, I do believe that, that in addition to that, she does have some jail credit on this file. I just don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out if I want to let her out on this file. Is she in custody on the other file?
I don't know, Judge.
Judge, I looked up on the jail site and I only see our case, our Brownstown case.
I think she's got about 7 days jail credit.
Well, I gotta set a sentencing. I'm gonna set a pre-sentence report on this.
Yes, Judge.
Ma'am, where do you live? Where do you live right now?
Right now I'm homeless.
Do you have a place to go if I let you out?
I'll find somewhere to go.
Ms. Potter, listen, you gotta stop this. You're kind of getting a little old for this, no disrespect. You're a lot younger than me, but come on. I'm gonna let her out. I'm gonna give you, any objection with PR?
I would only object insofar as every time that Ms. Potter gets out, she returns to the address and has contact with the complainant. In the case, that's why she's currently in custody.
Ms. Potter, listen to me. I'm willing to let you out, but if I find out you've had any contact or you go back to that Telegraph Road address, I'm gonna give you 90 days. Do you understand me?
Yes.
No, I want to make sure don't just tell me yes and then mean no. Do you understand me?
Well, I don't really have anywhere else to go right now.
Ma'am, I cannot let you go back there. If you want me to keep you in jail, it's up to you. I don't have any choice. I'm not going to let you have contact with them until we have the sentence. I don't know what to tell you.
So when will I have the sentencing on that? Because I think he should drop the PPO.
I don't have anything to do with the PPO, ma'am.
Okay.
Nothing to do with the PPO.
I
Ma'am,
can call my daughter if I can see if I could stay with my daughter.
I'm gonna let you out, ma'am. Let me finish. I'm gonna let you out on this. 3,000 personal sentence date. Let's try to do this soon, Lisa, but they do have to do the PSI. You need to come up to the courthouse and do a pre-sentence report. I'm releasing you on a personal bond. When can I do this quickly, Lisa?
May 21st at 8:30.
I'll do it next week for you, and we're gonna give the victim notice.
Judge,
Okay?
I think there's a bond on Judge Hessen's case also.
Well, what I did is I just kind of incorporated that into, I think.
Okay, I just want to be sure you're changing that one also.
I don't know if I am or not. All I see is a personal bond on this from May 5th to 25 that I set. And this one, it looks like once I reduce this, she should be out. So I can release you. No contact with those victims, Douglas Heckert or Matthew Lyles, it looks like. Do you understand me, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. Wait a second here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And I'll give you May 21. I wish you well. I really do. Ma'am, stay out of trouble. Show up. Don't make this worse than it is, please. I'm gonna be fair with you. Don't not show up and don't go back to that residence and don't write, phone call, see, email, any of those people. Do you understand that? Eckerts or Lyles? Do you understand that?
Yes.
And on top of that, if they've got a PPO on you, Mr. Eckert, then you're gonna have a bigger fish, you're gonna have a fish to fry there too. With a circuit judge, okay? So don't do that. Do we understand one another?
If I need to go get some of my stuff from there, could I, get a police escort? Cause all my stuff's there.
Oh. Your Honor, can she have one civil standby?
I know, but what, you know, man, I told you could do that back on January the 24th. This is May. Didn't you do it before?
I was in jail for, another matter from running for my ex.
All right, well, let's
In Macomb County.
You can go to the Telegraph residence, but only accompanied, so call them, will you? But only accompanied by the police. Do you understand that? Once and once only. So you're gonna have to make arrangements for them to meet you there. Do we understand one another?
Yes.
And it will be once and once only. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, good enough. I wish you well. Good luck. Don't make this worse than it is. Show up for sentencing. I'll be reasonable with you. Ignore me and I'm not gonna be reasonable. Good luck. Thank you.
Okay, good. I'm so confused right now.
Really?
Yes, so can I please explain?
Confused, Mr. Mireles.
Yes, very much so, because whenever I left here, I went downstairs and I thought the ankle monitor would be put onto me downstairs. Nothing was put onto me, but the hair center showed up. I went directly from here into custody with the hair center, and I've been at the hair center. On the 13th, I was still at the hair center, apparently when the warrant went in for my arrest, and I was still with the hair center. I got released from the hair center because I found housing. I've left the hair center, and then I got picked up on the street because I got a little kitten for my PTSD. She went in between the fence. I had to go over the fence to get her. When I got her back into her kennel, and I had my kennel with me when the officers was checking me. I had no drugs, no nothing. And then they said I had a warrant, and I was very confused. Because I haven't done anything. And at the Harris Center, I was with them the entire time. I told them about the ankle monitor to please check on it. And they said they would get a hold of me. And if there was, they would set me an appointment to go get it. Nothing was ever done. And if you could please call the Harris Center, they'll tell you what I'm telling you is the truth. I haven't done anything.
I got a different report.
From who? From the Harris Center?
Did we not, Lori?
We did.
Okay. You know that you're telling me something over here.
I promise that's exactly what happened.
I got information from the Harris Center themselves that says it's over here.
What? What did they say?
You didn't go turn yourself in. That you didn't go do what you're supposed to do.
I did. I was at the Harris Center. I've been at I was at the Harris Center.
You can contact to see if the Harris.
Please, yes. April is my care worker. April's my care worker. She'll know.
Hold on. I
don't understand how that's possible.
I don't want to keep you in jail for the sake of keeping you.
No, I know, sir. I've been doing good. I've been doing everything. I've been trying to make you proud. I did what you said.
See?
I promise.
You're going to reach out to the Harris Center?
I promise. I swear.
Verify.
April knows who I am. She's my care provider. I have all my paperwork. I have everything.
Okay. Hold on a second. So.
Thank you.
Have him back for a second. Take your time. There's
Okay.
no rush. Deputy Bo, do you mind? We're going to check now, Mr. Mireles.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'll bring you back out when we have a result.
Thank you for listening.
Of course.
No.
I don't either.
But the thing is, Judge, I'm feeling that it's a felony trespass only because it was during a state of emergency, so it was made a felony. I didn't know that that's how that worked. And then the others, the PCS you picked up with the DWI.
Let's bring her out and then I'll bring her out next and then we'll figure out. Okay. Mr. Mireles. So when you get there, what's the situation when you get there? You're housed and you stay there, correct?
When you get there, they only have, where I was, jail diversion is about 14 days at the most. If you're active and you're searching, which I was, if they see that you are actively searching and doing what you're supposed to be doing, they can help you if they don't find housing for you in between those 2 days. I was managed to find housing, so they gave me my discharge paper and I was able to leave to go to my housing, which is temporary.
Therein lies the problem. You're supposed to stay. You're
No,
not.
They tell them when they can leave.
Yeah, they discharge you.
They discharge you from the Harris Center. He got discharged because he got housing.
Yeah, and I got housing, so I went to my housing. I might have lost my housing now because of this misunderstanding, but I can go back to the Harris Center and have them re-help me again to get back because it's a volunteer.
The housing that you're going to.
The housing that I was at was in the Heights, and it's
Living with who?
I stayed with my younger sister first. She's pregnant, but it's not with her anymore. I was going to be staying with the what is it called? I forgot what it's called.
So the housing you basically get to choose. Is that what you're telling me?
No, sir. You have to apply to them, and it's called Magnificat. Magnificat is who I was going to be staying with. It's called Magnificat Housing, and they only provide you for 8 days because this is a transitional housing. This is to get you into a place as best as they can. It's not permanent, but it's transitional. You go with them, you stay with them, and you get you hopefully into something in between to be
So
permanent.
where's the long term?
They don't do permanent at the center. If you want to get permanent housing, you just have to hopefully keep staying with.
It's going to happen after 8 days. Happen after 8 days.
You pretty much as long as you keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, you can stay with them. And that's what I was doing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as long as they show that you're out looking for jobs, you're out looking for housing, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, not just abusing the free housing, then they'll work with you to get you into another one as fast as possible or to stay with them longer because they don't like it's.
Am I able to verify that you're actually staying at a place?
I can keep in touch.
I'm not going to
with
take
you.
your word for
Oh,
it. So
I can keep
I
in
need to
touch.
actually speak to someone.
Huh?
I need to speak to someone to know what you're doing, where you are. I'm not going to take your word for it.
I can keep in touch with you. I can just have someone from the Harris Center. His name is Greg. Greg is who's helping me get my housing. He can keep in touch with you. I can give him your number or we can have everything.
His phone number.
Everything I have is in my paperwork and they took everything. When they arrested me, they took everything away from me. I had nothing. I couldn't get anything. The only thing I had was my little cat that they took from me.
Don't worry about a cat at this moment.
No, she's in my
About
PTSD.
yourself
Yeah.
first.
Well, she was recommended. I got her because I have bad PTSD, so they recommended I go get a PTSD animal, and I got him.
Are you telling me that where you're gonna go for 8 days, they're gonna let you have a cat?
Yeah. Yes, that was their idea. It was their idea to get a PTSD animal because I have very bad PTSD. So I went and I adopted a little kitten, and he helps me a lot. He's the reason to stay in good shape to get everything together. He's beautiful.
I commend you. I just want to know.
It means a lot to us. I mean, he's very beautiful. You should see him. He's like my everything, and they took him away from me. That's the only reason I want to get back out there right now. He's at the SPCA, and I don't know why they took him from me.
I understand.
He's really beautiful. He's a little gray kitten. He's awesome. His name is Green Beans. I promise I was making you proud. I was doing everything to make you proud. And I had to get back out there to get him. And I want to get back into housing. It's tearing me apart to know that they just ripped him from my hands like they did. And I was doing everything that I was supposed to do. I don't want to lose him.
All I want to do is just verify what you're telling me.
I promise. I can. When I get to the center, I can have because that's the only place I can go. I have to go back to the center because I can't lose my housing. I can go back to the center and I can have April call you immediately and get in touch with you. She was actually.
See, Mr. Mireles, listen. I want them to contact Lori.
Okay.
As long as we can verify you're doing, know where you are, where you're staying, and that you're not out on the street, I'm happy.
Okay.
All I want to know is that you're not on the street.
No, I'm not. I'm not on the street at all.
I know you're going to tell me though. I know you're going to tell me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods.
No.
But it's not. I've been through this before.
And they can verify I'm not because the second that I am on the street, I go straight to the hair center. I don't want to be on the street. The hair center is amazing. It gives me great food, housing, everything. And the whole point of them is to get out of homelessness. That's why I'm doing this.
That's
I
why
can't be on the street.
Have you here?
Yeah.
Because from what I understand, you took off, and that's not what I want to happen. I want you to stay in touch with Lori.
Okay. I can only do so much. My cell phone got stolen literally just.
You're not listening.
Okay.
Stop and listen.
Okay.
I want you to stay in touch with Lori.
Okay.
And I want Greg to be able to verify with her where you are at all times.
Okay.
If in 8 days I don't hear anything, because I'm writing everything down that you're telling me.
Yes, sir.
In 8 days I don't hear anything, a warrant will issue. I'm not going to play this game with you again.
Yes, sir. I understand. Okay.
Before you leave the jail, you will have an ankle monitor on you.
Okay. That's fine.
You must stay in touch with Lori.
I will. Yes, sir.
This is it.
Okay.
So redo the PTI to release to the hair center again?
Release to the hair center, same gig as last time.
Okay.
No release on his own to the hair center with a GPS.
Okay.
All right.
Pre-trial.
Hey. Make me proud.
I am. I promise.
See it. Go get your kitty and make me proud. Oh. Wow. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Wow. Yes. I'm so happy to see you. Wow. Did you get your kitten back?
No, I'm gonna go get her after that. I'll get him after this green bean.
Get your kitten. I'm so happy to see you. I'm really this is just wonderful.
Yeah,
You're doing great, man. Really.
Yeah, I just got to Magnificat this morning, and they let me come here, and I gotta go straight back over there to get my house.
And I got a cue card for you to give me some money.
Hey,
oh, thank you.
I'm so happy to see you. I'm just really, this is great.
Judge, what we wanted to do is to see if we could just like reset him.
I don't care what you do.
You want to him take a drug test today?
Yes,
And
that's the
then-
only thing I would like to do.
And then you want to reset him, but since he doesn't have a phone, his phone situation is off. Like, how many weeks do you want to reset him?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
I don't care. just, you're doing great, man. Just keep it up, stay with Lori, and good things are gonna happen for you.
Right, thank
Okay? Good job.
Go have a seat. It's gonna be
Wow.
Sometimes just having someone to believe in you is enough to take the next step in life. Judge Fleischer has done it again, and this guy's face is a reward all in its own. Judge Fleischer isn't determining his worth by how much he can make or what he can contribute to society. Judge is doing his part to protect the people he serves. While I don't agree with a lot of what these judges do, I understand that they have a better understanding of the cases than I could just by watching the court every day. They live it. I think society benefits by this guy having hope for tomorrow. He may never be completely independent, but he made it through the day and has hopes maybe he can get his cat back. And a hint to animal control, he'll take any cat, just give him one. He just needs something to love him and appreciate him. He's missing that in his life. Thank you guys for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.